the sexually frustrated podcast.
Reliving the glory days.
Sock off me.
Oh God.
Right. And 3. You will not believe where the sock has been.
I don't want to know.
2. Yeah. 1.
I'll give you one guess.
Oh my God, damn it, Sean!
There's 2 mics we need to clap.
That was the best intro ever, guys.
Yeah. Hold on. Ready?
Terrible.
1. Shut up.
I'll give you one guess.
Shut up.
It rhymes with sock.
I can't stop.
What did he say? What did he say?
He's like, you don't know where the sock has been. I'll give you one guess. It rhymes with sock.
Oh my God.
Sean.
Oh God, Sean can be funny sometimes. He literally just left.
Intro!
Yeah, that's an intro. That's a good intro.
That's the intro. Holy shit.
God damn it, Sean!
Sean, grab me a platinum on your way there.
Sean.
That's the intro.
Oh God.
Grab it with your sock.
That's a whole new meeting now.
Oh my God. Oh, this is gonna be
We
a
have
fun
multiple
podcast. You guys are gonna
intros.
fucking
Oh,
break me.
Sock. We got gack.
She sucked my sock all night.
She sucked my sock.
This gives a whole new meaning to sock party. Or sock puppet. Or sock it to me.
Sock it to me.
Are these twists?
Sock it
Yeah,
to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me.
Oh Jesus Christ!
God damn it.
You just suck it steak.
You can do it.
For the rest of my life, everybody says socks. I'm just gonna laugh. Like, didn't even go buy you new socks? No.
It's just seeing that anime girl's face in the middle, like, suck it to me. I'm just like,
It reminds me of Ninja Turtles, the movie, where they're dancing to tequila, and then I think Michelangelo goes, "Sock it to me, baby."
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Is everybody good now?
God.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Oh God, my fucking lung suckers.
I've been socked so much tonight.
Oh, my life.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Lock,
That's your new gamer tag, right? Just sock. What's up, guys? It's the Friendly Fire Podcast.
Hi.
Episode
We're still
16,
broken.
right?
No. Episode 15. We're not
15.
quite there yet.
It's
Episode
15.
Yeah.
My bad.
Sean's still broken from before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drug take is more
We
like
have a
it.
good time here on the podcast.
We do have a good
so-
time.
We do.
Yes.
A lot of inside jokes.
We got
Patrick's
jokes.
back.
General hilarity.
Yeah,
Patrick.
that's bad. Yep, I am
Patrick's here. He was gone last week. Who are you?
You got away from your squeeze.
I am Josh, formerly known as Kaza Mustache, formerly known as Prince, formerly known as...
You're confusing yourself with Prince again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Take another shot.
Yeah,
There
stop
you go.
trying to
Okay.
make Prince happen. It's not going to happen.
What about Fresh Prince?
Right.
Who are you?
That's different. I am Nate.
Okay, and then
Drew.
Disco.
I'm Logan.
I'm Sean.
Sean is here.
You with us, Sean?
Always here.
Sean is
You are
physically
right.
here.
I don't know about the last 5 minutes, but I'm here.
He's recovering from this fucking laughing
Just
fit.
barely.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Someday we'll release
suck
the
it to me.
inside jokes.
God
Sorry.
damn it.
Sorry, everybody.
Alright, so yeah. What have we been playing this week, guys?
I'm gonna start.
You're going to start.
I got to level 100 on Plants vs Zombies.
Oh!
Oh my god, I did it. I did it.
Free at last. Free
I
at
know.
last.
I've been playing that game every fucking day for hours on end.
I can vouch for that.
I guess every time Pat comes out, he's
100%
like, "What are you doing?" PvZ every
PvZ.
time. I did have enough skip challenge stars to skip 6 levels,
Jesus.
so I kind of cheated.
He's like the Neo.
Hey, that's okay. They put
Oh
those
my
in the
God.
game for a reason.
That's why they're there, exactly.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, you should have heard what me and Sean had to hear with 10 minutes of that fucking like what challenge completed sound.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I unlocked 90 skip challenge stars or something like that, and so for about 6 minutes it was just the
Oh my
the
god.
skip challenge
Oh
song
my God.
over
He
and
recorded.
over.
He recorded it on his Xbox. We should post that.
I did like
We
a
should post that
30-second
to the
one. It
page
was
sometime.
constant.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah,
like,
we'll
are you
get-
fucking serious?
Get it up there.
But when I took a break from that, I would play Siege and nothing else. That's all I did. So now I'm going to switch to Fallout. I think I'm going to go back to that.
Good boy.
Be careful.
I know. Drew got to a point that made him so distraught he stopped playing. So I need to catch up and see.
I'll get back to it eventually.
Yeah.
I want to know actually what it is that
No.
caused you to stop playing.
Nope.
I don't want to know, but I do want to know.
I
Do
will
you have
walk out of this
Fallout?
room right
Earmuffs.
now.
No, I don't. I don't have Fallout.
It's also kind of like
You're
I don't
talking
know,
story
my-
based, right?
Yeah, and story based, and it's kind of from my own personal experience. Like, it could be different for you. It might not have the same effect on you, but based on the way I played my game, they said, do this. Like, I got a mission that says, do this. And I was just like, oh, that fucking sucks. I don't want to do that. And then I just haven't played.
It's like
since.
the Mass Effect 3 ending.
Hey.
That
Well,
ending's totally fine.
There's honestly
I'm
ending.
okay with the ending.
I'm fine.
You guys
we're all
can-
we're all in
I
hate
consensus
it.
here.
I
If
hate
you guys,
it so
if you
much
guys
still.
spoil Mass Effect for me, I will never.
I will
play
not.
it.
I'm pretty sure I'm sick of waiting for you fucks to play Mass Effect.
If you
so
would actually play it, Josh.
You know what? I've started it. I have a complex
He has
about
no
how
excuse
ugly
anymore.
my shepherd is.
that is not an excuse
Irrelevant.
anymore.
No,
Fucking-
it's very relevant.
No, play the
man-
game.
play the
I
default
don't
character.
care anymore.
He's a good-looking dude. No homo.
Just default your
Play-
shepherd and just go
Just
with
do it because I want to do a Mass Effect podcast. I know it's like 5 years too
We've been
late.
talking about
Fine,
this for
goddamn
how
it,
long?
fuck,
You can do-
goddamn it, fine,
Yes.
fine. I'll fucking default. I'll start playing it this
Do
week.
Okay,
Do it.
Fuck all of you.
if you don't
do
play it regularly,
I'll
I'm-
fuck your face.
And then we'll laugh when you come back and you're like, oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. Like, this is one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. Thank you for the experience.
That's
You're
how it's gonna go.
That's how it's gonna be.
Only if we can we have our contest? Can we have?
We
that-
can
that
still do
contest?
that.
The contest. Everyone can submit like pics of their shepherds, and depending how beautiful or ugly they are.
That's later. That's later.
We will figure out that.
Yeah, we'll give you guys.
Yeah,
My
Douglas
shepherd's
is
always had a
scoffing
little, like,
over there.
weird,
You got
like-
something to say, Douglas?
Get off your goddamn treasure cruise.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm not sure if I have something to say.
You casual scum.
He's on his phone.
Okay.
While we're
Sean,
recording.
what you been playing?
Yes, there you go. That's where I was going.
Use your words.
Are you dead?
I'm trying to think of what I've been playing this week.
Saki.
Jesus Christ. Mainly PvZ, kind of in preparation of PvZ 2 coming out in, God, what will that be? 6, 13? I can't math. 23rd. 23rd. Other than that, really haven't been playing much. Other than PvZ. Trying to get to
gonna-
level 100, which will not happen.
Yeah, you're too far.
No.
Yeah. But if you do have EA access, we're going to get it early. We're going to be playing it 5 days early. from
Oh,
PvZ.
shit.
I hate
Oh,
you because I couldn't
nice.
get it through EA Access.
Now,
I bought
are
it
they
today.
gonna be doing that trial thing like they do with all the other?
That's what I'm
games?
talking
I would
about.
assume
Yeah.
so.
It's a 5 day or 10 or 12 hours, whatever you hit first.
Yeah.
Are you subscribed, Drew?
No.
You're not subscribed? Okay, well, never mind. I was like, if you're currently subscribed,
So in your case,
anything you buy it's considered in that subscription.
Can I go and buy it now?
Probably. If you get the subscription now, I think it would kick in early for you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
$30 a year.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
It's a
Clues,
super
Sherlock.
good deal.
And
yeah.
they just added the new Madden. To the
Oh, shit,
EA
really?
Vault. Yes.
Did they?
Madden 16 they added to the vault.
Sports ball?
Well, if it's free
If you like
with a
football-
subscription, I'm
if
going to
you
play
like
it.
football
Yeah.
at all, like I do, I'd probably play it
For
for
free, yeah.
You
fuck
don't. You like football? I don't believe it.
I do like football.
He's wearing Broncos everything. I
Head
would
to
have never
toe
guessed.
Broncos.
I bet he's got Broncos fucking anal beads going in.
Oh my god.
Haters
Sean.
gonna hate.
Wow.
Hey.
This just got X-rated.
I saw a meme on the internet the other day of like a picture of Peyton Manning being interviewed after the Super Bowl, and it says, when you did a group when you get an A+ on the group project, but you didn't do anything.
yeah. He played pretty terrible in that game. Pass a rating of 10 out of 100. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thanks, Vaughn.
But did he win the Super Bowl?
He did win.
Yeah,
the
he won the
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
He's still gonna live in Eli's shadow, though.
No, he's better than Eli in every way.
They both have 2 Super Bowls. He's the best regular season quarterback of all time.
This is sports commentary brought to you by Friendly
Fire
Gaming.
Patrick, what have you been playing?
I have been playing Tiger Woods 2012 because Masters is coming.
Get
up
out.
next.
Speaking of sports,
Should I get out of here?
Get out.
Sorry.
sports ball.
I've been playing the shit out of, for some reason, because
Golf!
Bring it back.
next month the Masters is coming out, so I've been playing my character hardcore, and then I've also been playing Undertale.
Really?
How is that?
It is awesome.
Yeah?
Like, it's very old school retro feel. The music's amazing. The story's ridiculous. I don't want to spoil, because right away the first thing that happens in that game is so, like you think you're going to a traditional like RPG and you're like, oh, this is the way this game works, and then everything just changes right away. It's really hard to explain unless you've actually like tried at least the first like 5 minutes of the game.
I've heard good things about it. People are liking it so far.
Well, it's different on the point where when in normal RPGs, where instead of just attacking, defending, running away, all that stuff, monsters work with how you deal with them. So if they seem nervous when you first are fighting them, you can go mercy and not attack them that turn, and then they go, oh, well, I'm not going to attack you this turn. And then you talk to them. They have attack, defend, talk, and mercy are the the 4 different like choices you can make.
Huh.
And you can play the game any way you want, where you can just be an asshole and kill everything, Douglas. You can like be defensive and kind of like protect, people that are with you and whatnot. Me. Or you can be a giant pussy, which is Drew. And then I'm just
You're calling people out, man.
I'm flipping you off as hard as I can.
I'm just kidding. But Undertale, it's like if you're a retro gamer in general, it's an amazing game.
Isn't that kind of a newer game?
It's been around for a while. It really hasn't built the crazy hype until all these Let's Plays started popping up with all the big ones like PewDiePie, obviously, Markiplier, all that stuff.
My name is Markiplier.
But after watching like the first episode out of one Let's Play, I instantaneously wanted to like pick it up. But I'm a big like RPG retro like player, so that automatically.
You don't say.
What? Yeah, so automatically I was into that. It's
Nice.
not for everyone, but it's a great indie project and it's very innovative because it doesn't have the normal battle system where you just attack and do this. The attacks come at you in this little square screen, and you have a little heart that you control with one of your analog sticks, and you have to dodge the attacks that come at you. So think of like Galaga, where like they're just shooting like beams at you, and you have to dodge that with your little heart, and you take damage only when you get hit by something like that.
Interesting.
And that's a turn, and instead of just attacking next turn, you could be based off the monster. Yes, do you want to talk to them? Do you want to defend? Do you want to attack them? All that stuff. Yeah.
Well, cool.
Nice.
It gives you a big, broader range of playing a game instead of just doing the traditional RPG sense where attack, defend, run away, all that stuff.
Basically, what he's trying to say is just play the game. That's in a nutshell.
Sorry.
Josh,
Yes.
what have you been playing?
I've been playing Southern Comfort on the rocks.
Dude, I played that game before.
You clearly have.
10 out of 10 IGN.
Would play.
Would play.
Would play.
You win every time.
But in all seriousness, though, besides Southern Comfort, I've been playing Star Wars Battlefront, Just Cause 3, and I downloaded one of the PlayStation Plus games for free this month called Helldivers.
Yes.
Did you download it?
I did.
Let me ask you something, Pat. What do you think of it?
It feels like Twisted Metal-ish in a way.
Does it? I don't know. To me,
Does it?
it kind of like it's
more strategic. It's not just over the top, like just killing everything around you. But
it's definitely a top-down shooter. It's one of those. You have to play a little bit more tactics to it than you would on a normal top-down shooter. But it's kind of got a nice like strategic element to it. I thought that was kind of neat. I thought that they kind of skimped on some obvious gameplay mechanics like a dodge roll. I figured a dodge roll would have been fucking nice for that, or I don't know, mainly dodge roll. That's really
extra
my
$2,000 in the budget.
Right,
I mean,
that's
no, I'm kidding.
that's my main complaint is the fact that they didn't include a dodge roll. It's just like, really? But anyway, I played that. I wasn't too utterly impressed with it, especially because I had problems getting into the online multiplayer lobbies. Hey, you guys have something you want to share with the class? Sean, Logan, you guys got something you want to share?
I am not going to break the podcast again.
No.
You're breaking the podcast right now.
We're good. Just
Okay.
ignore,
They're good.
just
Oh,
ignore
okay.
him.
Passing notes to each other and shit. You guys
Drawing
have crush on each other or
penises?
something?
Are you guys drawing penises?
We have a page specifically meant for that.
On
Yeah.
the agenda, we
We
actually
have a cross between Nigel Thornberry and
Dick butt.
Dick Butt.
Yeah, dig butt.
Well,
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
thanks,
You're welcome,
Sean.
guys. Yep.
But anyway, besides that, I haven't really been playing anything new this week. I'm kind of just trying to level up on Battlefront. I'm trying to get ranked up on that. They are offering a double XP weekend for Battlefront. What was it, Drew? This weekend? This coming
Yeah,
weekend?
it was for a community event that they did, and they had to complete some sort of challenge, and apparently you guys did, so they're offering double XP over the weekend.
Which is freaking awesome, which means I'll be on Battlefront this entire weekend. I will
Mass
not be playing
Effect.
anything else.
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Mass Effect.
Mass
One
Effect.
of gobble.
One
One
of us.
gobble.
Sorry, he's talking about playing Battlefield or whatever
Battlefront.
stupid shooting
Battlefront.
game he wants to play.
Hey, hey!
Oh.
And he could
You
be
shut
playing
your dirty
Mass
horse mouth.
Effect.
No, he's right.
Mass
You
Effect.
should only.
I will
Effect.
start Mass Effect, but I'm not playing it this weekend. This weekend it is completely Battlefront.
You
I'm
can.
sorry. I have to get my Shadow Trooper
you can mix
costume
it in there.
unlock. I have to. So,
Whatever.
Garrus
all
is
of these.
calling to you.
but anyway, that's it for me. What about you, Nate?
I've kind of been all over the place this week. I played not a lot, but I've played a lot of different games. I played The Walking Dead Season 1 a little bit. I mentioned, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that I started playing that. I picked it back up, and I wanted to do a second playthrough of it. I am kind of halfway through Season 2, and then I've been playing Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline. Went back and played Destiny for a little bit with my little brother because he just got the game. He's like, oh, I need somebody to play with. You haven't played with me yet. I'm like, okay, fine. So I did. Then I've been playing, did I say Siege?
And Saga Toomey.
And Sakazumi. I played Siege, and surprisingly enough, I went back and played Neverwinter for like 10 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
For 10 minutes.
Yeah. But I
Don't
was
tell
like,
Logan that, because
then I was like,
I
wait,
missed that game.
yeah.
I was like, wait, I have nobody to play with right now, so fuck, this sucks. Yeah, that game's only fun, like, if you have your party with you.
Yeah,
But,
it's a good game.
dude, I would love to go back and play Neverwinter again. That
I would
game is
too.
So
Yeah.
good.
I totally would.
For a free game, it's so good.
If it's snowing outside, Skyrim. Any other
Oh,
time?
exactly.
Hell
and then
When it
yeah.
snows, we play Skyrim.
Oh, and then
Hell
then I went back and played, I had the itch to play zombies, so I played Black Ops 3 for a little bit.
And you're done. Drew, what are you
Hey,
playing?
Drew, what are you playing? Come on.
I played a game I'd never played before off my Steam collection, which I probably should have recorded,
What?
but,
So he's in recovery.
has
Beaver Simulator.
is there anybody here that's played a game called XCOM Enemy Unknown?
I've seen XCOM.
Yeah.
I've
seen it,
heard
but
of
I've
it.
not played it.
XCOM 2 is coming out pretty soon.
It's already out.
Oh, yeah.
Is it really?
Yes.
It sure is.
I am misinformed.
XCOM Enemy Unknown, if you don't know what it is, it's like, imagine Risk, but like you're like on a battlefield and you fight aliens. And it's like Risk mixed with like tactical combat.
It's a turn-based.
It's a turn-based like combat simulator, and it's pretty fucking sweet.
It's like Age of
XCOM 2
Empires,
came
but
out
instead
2
of
weeks ago.
real-time strategy, it's like Civilization kind of feel like strategy.
It's like the aliens came to invade. Like you are allied with a bunch of nations. You save certain nations from aliens. Like you fight
Which I mean, is it,
UFOs.
do you have like real-time strategy stuff, or is it like Civilization where it's just like you do things per turn and then you move and then you have to do that?
You
thing,
have different
and you fight?
situations. You have characters that get promoted within the ranks. One of my buddies told me about it. I've loved it so far. It's pretty awesome. 2K games.
See, I thought that was a kind of an RTS type game, not so much a turn-based game.
It's not like a StarCraft. It's more like a Final Fantasy Tactics or an
That's what I'm
Advance
saying.
Wars.
Ooh,
It's like
I love
Civilization.
those.
Because like I played Age of Empires hardcore back in the day, and that's a real RTS where like you click, they move there. You click, they keep moving in that direction.
That's what it is.
While with Civilization is where you make a character, do a certain amount of things per turn with the economy you have, and then when you skip your or go to next turn, things move, and you have to wait for your enemies to do what they do.
Yeah.
And basically, it's humans versus aliens.
Okay.
Because in Civilization 5, Gandhi is an asshole. I'll say it right now.
Gandhi?
Gandhi is the biggest asshole in Civilization 5 you'll ever meet, ever.
Yeah.
What's his fucking problem?
He just never wants to ally with anyone.
What's his major malfunction?
No matter how much you...
Look at me.
Like
I'm
help him.
so peaceful. I'm peaceful with
He is.
everybody.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm peaceful.
Gandhi is a dick.
What?
Also,
Gandhi's a dick in Civilization.
Fuck you. I'm peaceful. Also, you want to go to war? Fuck you. I'm peaceful.
And how long was that game sitting in your Steam collection before you?
Oh, since I bought the 2K bundle, which has been quite a while.
I think that game came out in like
What did you enjoy
2011.
Longer than you care to admit.
It's good. For PC, it has some issues running cutscenes, but the gameplay runs smooth.
Is it fun to play every once in a while, or is it something that you feel
I
like
sat-
you gotta like go?
I sat
through
and binged on
play
it for a few hours.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. And other than that, I've been playing PvZ with Logan and Sean and
Hells yeah.
and
Yeah.
and then I just bought Rainbow Six Siege.
Finally.
I got the gold
Fucking
edition,
Finally.
the $90 gold edition with like
Oh.
everything, for $40.
There you go.
Awesome.
That's how it's done.
I bought the whole game for $60. I hate myself.
It's hard. The game's amazing.
worth $60.
Speaking of which,
Definitely
Disco.
not worth $60.
It
What you
absolutely
playing,
is.
sir?
I think it's worth $60.
The game is
I think
super
it's
fun. Yeah.
That's all I've been playing.
It's an MLG game. Could be an MLG game.
Disco, what have you been playing?
Get
No.
him going.
Definitely not an MLG game, but that's...
I don't know.
What about that game is MLG? There's no ability for it to be MLG.
But
But
the
it's
entire
fucking-
thing is team-based
It's extreme
strategy.
team-based.
Yeah. What is an MLG game to you then? What would you consider?
Not a game where the game type means absolutely nothing.
That is.
What
that
does
sentence
that
makes
mean?
no
What
sense
does
at all.
that mean?
That doesn't
I don't
make
even
any
know what that
sense.
means.
Okay, every single game type in Siege is exactly the same.
There's
Defend
one game
and-
type, I guess. There's just multiplayer, but then there are like
And
at
then they're
least
like,
three
okay, you have to
different-
disarm this bomb, or you have to remove this hostage, or you have to disarm this
It's like
nuclear
saying Street
device.
Fighter is
But
only
So they are
those,
different.
all of those things you don't need to do because you just kill the other team first.
Not always.
No, not always.
Not always. Okay, let's go with this
We had a good
statistic.
game.
95% of the time, you just kill the other
Okay, but regardless, even when that shit happens, it's amazing. I was playing with, it was me, Logan, Mike's buddy, and my buddy
Oh,
Kyle.
it wasn't Sean. That's right.
And we all died right away. Everybody died on our team except for Logan, and it was 1v4, I believe. And we were playing hostage, and like there was probably a minute left, and everybody on their team was looking for Logan, just trying to hunt him down. And then we just said to Logan, like, dude, just go run up and get the hostage.
Like they
And-
could see everybody, and I couldn't. I was being careful, but they could see around.
and he runs in, literally grabs the hostage and runs out without even getting shot at. Like, and just
That happens a
completely
lot.
embarrassed the team.
That won the game, not
That-
just the round. That
yeah,
won the game.
that won the game.
Logan, there was that one time you and I played where it was like it was you and me versus like a whole team of 5
4
people.
or 5. At
No,
least,
it was
yeah.
it was a whole 5 of us, or
Mhm.
5 of them,
And we were just
And we-
dying.
and we fucking like pulled it out. Not, I mean, phrasing, but still.
No, I was like up around a window, and you were on the corner, so you'd kind of shoot at them. They were distracted with you, and we picked them off. Then you died at the end, and I got the last 2 guys.
Yeah,
We didn't defend the objective. We just used it as
we
a
just
strategic
got
way
all
to
5 of the
advance,
other
yeah.
players.
It is like a perfect
So it's like
MLG pro
the
game.
shit can
It's-
the shit can hit the fan for the
It will
Like-
literally never be an MLG game.
I'm not saying
and
it
there's
will
a
be, but
reason
it
I
should
can.
be.
There's the reason I can tell you why is because it's not that good of a game.
You know what is an MLG game?
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Yeah.
You
I
know
will agree
why
with that
Rocket
shit
League
without
is
even
not
trying.
worth $20 because they don't do anything. with
That's
it
right.
other than add
What have you
fucking
been playing this
cosmetic
week,
shit.
though,
Yeah.
sir?
I honestly this week I played nothing. I played Hearthstone and
Treasure Cruise.
Treasure Cruise.
goddamn children.
Of
I
course
honestly
it
didn't even play Treasure Cruise that much. I played Hearthstone the most.
You were playing
What are
it
you
like
doing while you're pooping?
5 minutes ago.
I played Hearthstone.
Are you just playing Hearthstone while you're
Yeah.
pooping?
I played Hearthstone the most this week. I
you
finally decided that I wanted to. It's been a while. I probably took like 4 months off Hearthstone, and I decided I wanted to do the League of Explorers adventure.
It's awesome.
And so I saved up the coins, got 700 coins, bought the first wing, beat every single part of the first wing on my first try, including the class challenges, and haven't played since.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
the rest of it's really... Wait, you get to the last wing, there is a certain boss that fucks with you hard.
well, every time the last wing has one boss where it's like,
It's free cards.
I don't know what the fuck I'm
Still haven't
doing.
paid a dime for that game.
I have to get super fucking lucky to beat the
Just
last boss.
You keep getting coins, and then you buy everything. I've gotten Blackrock, Nox Ramus, and fucking Explorers League, all for free.
I got all of
League of
BlackRock for free, and so far everything I've bought for League of Explorers for free. I did
Why does
buy
this taste like socks?
Nox Ramus. So that's all I've played this week.
God damn these inside jokes.
I booted up Elder Scrolls Online and
Yes.
did not
Logan
even take
automatically
one
gets
step
excited.
as my character.
Wow.
I booted it up and then didn't even move and just played Hearthstone.
Why didn't you
instead.
text him? Because he would have probably fucking
Oh, yeah.
joined on with
Absolutely.
you. Hardcore.
I love that game. Now that I'm done with PvZ, I can play other games now.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
play
You're
Elder
free.
Scrolls Online.
You're free,
Logan.
Logan.
I,
Ridiculous.
I watched Logan play Elder Scrolls Online.
It's
It
fine.
seems
good.
like it's a really fun
It's
game.
fun.
I don't really
I just
like MMOs,
booted
but
it
it's
up
fun.
and didn't want to play it.
Well, you're wrong.
I heard
you're very
Brennan
wrong. It's okay.
playing
'cause he heard,
Hearthstone in the background. I literally heard Brennan playing Hearthstone in the background. I was like, nope, I want to play Hearthstone.
That's understandable too.
Alright. Well, with all that being said, let's get into this week's topics. So, one of our most requested games to come to backwards compatibility for Xbox, Red Dead Redemption.
Woo!
It's coming to backwards compatibility.
Logan's about to play some fucking poker.
Yeah.
I played so much
No, it's-
poker.
Played
this
so
year.
much poker.
Like Fallout New
It
Vegas
made
for me.
my old roommate mad. He's like, "Play the game. Stop playing poker." I was like, "No, it's so fun."
That's like the equivalent of you playing golf in GTA.
Pretty much,
Why
yeah.
have we
Yeah.
not had a poker match yet, by the way, too?
We should.
We should have a poker match.
We should do it.
Is
I'll
it a
play
match?
poker on the podcast.
Is it a match?
$5?
Poker game.
poker
Nobody
round.
gets-
Nobody
Poker
gets mad over
games.
$5.
Oh,
$5
yeah.
buy-in?
I will gladly take
Well,
all
well-
your money.
Logan,
Yeah.
Logan
Yeah.
will rage
Let's
over
go.
anything, actually.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Logan will
But-
rage
but
over
not-
$5.
But not
No,
only
it-
that, didn't they announce a
Poker
sequel at the same time?
Yep.
I could have sworn.
Not officially
Rumor.
announced
No.
yet. I mean, yes,
I
it's
could-
gonna happen.
Half-Life
could've
3
s-
confirmed.
Yes.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yes.
Coming to PS4.
But I
That's
could've
not
s-
true. That's rumored. You have no idea what you're
I'm
talking
gonna
about.
pretend.
Okay,
that
you're gonna
that's
pretend.
Right.
I actually want to talk about this because Red Dead Redemption was quote unquote accidentally released on Xbox, like for backwards compatibility. They took it down a few hours later. What Major Nelson said was that they said that Xbox quote unquote likes to test backwards compatibility games before they released it, and they said that it accidentally got released. So they released it and then they took it down, which made people even more mad because like they got a taste of the game and then they could
I
play
don't
it.
think anybody was mad. I think it was just like it was a really fucked up way to get to it too. You had to like go through a bunch of loopholes. It wasn't some
You
real.
had to-
Yeah,
It wasn't just there for everybody.
No,
It
You
was
had to
a-
have it
Oh, okay.
digitally downloaded from your 360.
There was a process.
and you had to like find somebody else who already had it and download it from their account or something weird.
That's-
It wasn't. It was obviously an accident.
That
Yeah.
sounds retarded. But anyway, it was temporarily released and then they recalled it, apologized to everyone that it was recalled, and then they were like, yeah, we're not going to be releasing it anytime soon. So
Well, I mean, I think it's fair to test things, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
yeah,
It's just
I
like a
mean-
beta.
Well, and accidents happen. I mean,
or a Charlie.
Or a Charlie. I want to
Because
play
the new Charlie.
I want to play the Homefront Charlie.
so,
But why? Okay, I, honestly, that's a joke. But why don't they exist?
Because you
like,
made all that
noise,
noise.
Douglas, please.
I saved that.
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of.
you
did.
You
say
almost
that.
lost
It
it.
could have been worse.
But okay, so the Division released their beta and has actually talked about re-releasing the beta.
Because
That's not a beta anymore.
Because-
that's a Charlie.
because that was a closed beta.
Okay, no, it was open.
Delta.
Everybody who wanted the beta could get the beta.
No, you had to pre-order the game. You had to have a pre-order app. You had to
They gave
pre-order
away
the game.
hundreds of free codes.
Okay, but still, it's a closed beta because you had to have a code.
Hundreds of
Still,
free codes.
You had to have a code.
Hundreds.
I hear you. Fuck. I understand you, but
So having a closed beta and an open beta are no different because it's still a beta. So why is the second time they run a beta not called a Charlie?
I don't know.
It
It just beta sounds cooler.
Why is the sky blue? Why is the grass
You
good?
call
Green?
Omega.
Why is pussy good?
Why is it not called a beta?
Why-
And then
why
why
are
is there
boobs
not
good?
deltas? I'm just saying, game companies, get on it. I want to hear it.
No one else is
I
good.
want to play the Division whiskey.
Did you guys hear about the other games that were announced? Backwards compatibility games?
No.
No, I did not.
There were
actually.
4 that were announced just recently. And
Today.
It was either today or yesterday.
Are you talking about the Trials?
Alan Wake,
That was
American
announced
Nightmare,
today.
Nice.
Lego Batman for Nate.
Nice.
Uh,
Lego Batman. You see how excited his face got when he saw that?
For disco.
He got
yeah,
really excited.
remember that Lego rant last week? Yeah, that was awesome.
That's for disco, not for me.
Oh, no.
Sam and Max, long ass title.
Yeah.
and Trials HD.
Is that the actual
HD.
name of the game?
Long-ass
No,
title.
it's like outer space and something or other. I don't know.
Why the fuck is Trials popular anyway?
Dude, that's a fun ass game. Have
Trials
you
is
ever
a
played
good
it?
game. Trials
It
is
actually is very challenging.
The user-generated content.
Oh my
for
god,
that
you're
game-
complimenting a video game, Disco? Fuck, I should play it.
I don't know.
It
It's
is
worth
fun.
$20.
It was not $20. It was like $5.
It was like
It's-
$15.
There's
Oh,
Picture-
I didn't pay that much for it.
picture like a two-dimensional Forge map for Halo driving a mongoose. Like that's pretty much what Trials is. And
I've seen gameplay
Not
for
really.
it, but I've
Well,
never
but close.
played it.
kind of, sort
It's
of.
you drive a dirt bike across a map that has several obstacles, and you have to do it as quickly as you can.
It's pretty fun. I suggest
actually
you try
is
it.
pretty
And it
fun.
can get pretty hard.
There are parts
Phrasing.
where
Phrasing.
there are parts where you have to angle your tires exactly right, or else you won't make it in time.
Right.
Interesting.
Speaking of angling your tires and making it right, anybody watch Super Bowl?
I gotta understand that segue.
I don't even-
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
How-
okay.
how-
Just
how
making
does that
sure.
even make sense?
That was 100% a segue for no reason.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke. I know.
I was really sure. I was like, am I missing something?
Speaking of
We're talking about
Xbox
Xbox stuff. I'm getting bored over
I mean,
here.
Speaking of third world country starvation,
Tecmo Bowl.
did you guys hear about the Super Bowl?
I watched the Super Bowl.
Third world countries get free Panthers t-shirts.
They are so excited. They depend on that loser gear every year, and I'm glad that we can
They-
send them Carolina Panthers merchandise.
They depend on Cam Newton crying.
For all those people that don't know, I'm a huge Broncos fan, and I've been waiting 18 years for the Broncos to win. And fucking Tecmo Bowl and fucking Madden are terrible.
And Skyrim.
And
Skyrim, yeah.
The
Yeah.
only fucking people that
For
got it
some
right
reason.
were the goddamn puppies. The puppies picked the Broncos to
Puppy
win.
Bowl or
But
Way to go,
yes,
Puppy Bowl!
Yeah, Puppy Bowl! I love puppies.
But Madden and Tecmo Bowl and fucking Skyrim don't know what the fuck is up.
Right.
That defense shredded.
That Skyrim video was hilarious though.
It was
It's
funny.
like fucking bunch of like saber-tooth tigers and horses just like fighting each other. It was hilarious. I love it. One more of it.
So a couple of games that released this week that we wanted to talk about was Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
How did you say that?
Naruto Shippuden.
Ship it like ship it.
I said it
Shippuden.
quickly, but
Yeah.
it is
Shippuden.
it is
Shippuden.
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 Ultimate Ninja Storm 4,
Dun, 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 dun.
which I think several of us played the beta, and
The demo.
yeah, well,
I should have. I didn't.
I mean, the demo was essentially a beta, but it was pretty fun. And Metacritic actually gave it an 81, which is definitely
That's respectable.
respectable game score. That's worth checking out.
It's incredible.
And then there is Firewatch, a game that came out for the PS4,
What is that?
which has been just
PS4 and PC.
destroyed on reviews.
Ooh.
PS4 and PC.
Destroyed.
That's not good.
What? Okay.
Almost everyone that has reviewed it has said it's the most boring, awful game they've played.
What is this? What is it supposed to be?
Okay,
then?
I actually Kyle
Monster.
but yeah,
Yeah.
Singlesmith Gaming. He actually released a playthrough video of that this week, and I mean, not that Kyle is boring, but the game was boring itself. Like I watched him play through
It's
like
about
the first.
basically a forest fire.
It's the first 40 minutes of the game is you picking multiple choice questions, deciding like what your character does or likes, and it's really boring.
So
This is the reason that I don't play Telltale games, because like that shit bores me to no end. It's like if there's no gameplay there and I'm just essentially walking through a cutscene or like a standardized test, it's like I don't give a.
There
I don't
are
give a
ways
shit.
that these Telltale games can do good, and that is basically taking a story you know and love and adding an aspect to it that is not part of the story that you get to control.
Yeah.
Like with
The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. Or,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Case Quest.
The way
It's
that
not
those
Telltale,
things
but
did
it's
it.
the same.
But Firewatch about a fire in what is it? The Yellowstone. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody.
That game got a 76 for PS4 on Metacritic and an 81 on PC for Metacritic.
Go ahead and read the
What?
user reviews on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so is this like a major AAA title, or is this just like an arcade game?
It was a big release for this week.
What?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
big
it was
release.
supposed to be a big release.
What the fuck?
7.2 user score.
It's not
Which
that
is
great.
surprising.
I've watched
Because
the first.
most of the reviews I've read have been, I am so bored, I don't want to play this game.
9 out of 10.
No, no, it's
IGN.
That's the
Yeah,
Nate
that-
Douglas blog where he just reposts all the. No, I'm kidding.
No, it really is. It's boring. It's boring as fuck. Like I'm not. I watched a gameplay video of it and I was bored halfway through just watching somebody else play it. So I can't imagine me actually playing it. And
That's what people say when I play Final Fantasy.
Wow.
You know the funny thing is,
That is
like,
different. That is way
I know,
different.
I know.
the funny thing is that you mentioned that, like, I read the user reviews of Homefront, like the original Homefront when it first came out, and I kind of like believed them for a while because everyone's like, oh, this game sucks, this game's terrible, I'm so bored. And then I played it myself, I'm like, this game is not boring, this game is not shitty, this game is amazing, it's fun. But I'm assuming that Firewatch, or whatever the hell it's called, is not going to be the same way. I still wanna
IGN gave it a 90.
still wanna give it a
IGN
chance.
gave it a 93. So
What?
if we know anything about IGN and the way they rate games, which is poorly,
What's the cover of it? Hold on.
go ahead and hate the game and don't buy it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And we've talked about it many times. Reviews are never great.
Never are.
Honestly.
Well,
it's just-
anything
they're-
IGN does, you should probably not listen to. Just ignore it entirely.
we really don't like IGN. do we?
IGN is a joke. They take people who have never played video games and make them play video games and then force them to like them.
You were born in the darkness.
So you played the worst game ever, Golden Axe Beast Rider? I definitely think you should rate that a 9.8 out of 10.
Nate's opinion does not necessarily reflect the opinions of Friendly Fire Gaming.
I didn't say I said more than 10.
I was quoting IGN. I guarantee IGN gave Golden Axe Beast Rider 4 points above what it deserved.
What's One Piece Treasure Cruise?
In fact,
What's One Piece Treasure Cruise on
I,
IGN?
they'd probably haven't even rated it.
That's a different topic.
But
12 out of 10.
Drew's on
IGN.
it. 12 out of yeah, pull it up, Drew. What do you got?
Yeah, pull it up.
Get
this is
back to that.
Metacritic
No.
that he's looking it up on.
Yeah.
So it's different.
But
Metacritic gives it a 79, by the way.
Ooh.
that's
Yeah.
one off from a 69.
Suck it, all of you.
Off of 4 critics, though.
One Piece.
Pull up. I want you to pull up the review for Golden Axe Beast Rider on IGN.
Oh god.
And this totally segueing into nothing here, but like 6 podcasts ago or something. Did you find it, Drew? What is it?
It's a 45 on Metacritic.
The Golden Axe?
What is it on IGN?
Hold on. Give me a second. Keep talking.
Just go to the IGN website and pull it up.
So a while back we talked about games that we thought would be cool to like take an old game and bring it to the modern setting and have a new developer and stuff. I'm
Man, they
not
actually gave it that
sure.
score.
IGN gave it a 32.
That's
Okay.
surprising.
That's
Jesus
fair.
Christ.
But old games bring it back to
It's
the
still
modern
worse than
setting.
that.
Is it worse?
It's a 5 out of 100.
Is it a dumpster fire?
It's bad. It's like you play it for 5 minutes and you're definitely satisfied for the rest of your life.
That I wouldn't call it satisfying if it's a 32 on IGN and a 45 on a Metacritic.
How much did you pay for the game?
She had just
I
weird
paid
knees.
$5 for the game.
That's like
and I was
paying for a
more than
prostitute that
happy-
doesn't sleep with you.
I was more than happy to get $2 back for it.
So you could have used that money to spend on Rocket League, which is coming out on February 17th for Xbox One.
And I still would have regretted the other $15.
Yeah.
You don't like anything. You
I
like
don't.
nothing.
I don't like the way the gaming industry is pricing games anymore. Rocket League has no content, and it is $20. What content is there other than fucking cosmetic shit?
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment.
Okay, what is enjoyment worth in the video game industry?
It's everything.
Because there are games out there, Plants vs. Zombies, a game that costs 99 cents, that you can play for hours on end, that has tons and tons of different ways to play every single time you play it. 99 cents. And then there's a game like Rocket League that you play the same way every single time you play.
And you play the computers.
$20.
You play the computers on Plants vs. Zombies. You play against actual people and have to strategize against other people.
I don't like shooters.
Online.
I like Rocket League. I don't play shooters all the time. It depends on...
And you said you do the same thing over and over?
You do the same thing over and over.
It's repetitive.
No.
No!
You said the R word!
No, you said the R word!
But
he said the secret word!
I think we might have talked about this before. How much money did you spend on fucking Rock Band and Guitar Hero?
How much money did you
I
spend?
didn't spend a lot
I did.
on
I'm
Rocket
just
I
saying.
spent a lot
But
of
no,
money.
hold on.
You just spent more than $15.
You buy the game $60.
I bought
Guitars
the
maybe,
game.
you know,
No,
more
I
than
didn't
that.
spend much more than the game.
Just saying, that's
I
more
bought
money than
I
Rocket
bought
League.
Guitar Hero and Rock Band, but I didn't buy anything else.
How much money did you spend on equipment packs for Mass Effect 3?
A lot.
There you go.
That's a little different.
There is
a
tons
good amount of
of
content.
variety.
Yeah.
But that's different.
It'll be
That's
that way with
different.
any game in general. Like, I don't play first-person shooters hardcore like you guys, but when I fucking bought, like, Assassin's Creed, like, I got a bunch of the extra, like, quest packs and everything like that. Or, like, Batman. I bought
My
a
problem
bunch
with
of
Rocket
Batman
League,
stuff.
which apparently they are fixing,
And that was
I will
mainly
give
cosmetic
them
on the
credit
Batman stuff most
for
of the time.
finally taking steps to fixing this problem, is that they could have been making new content for this game from the get-go, and they have not. Putting in a fucking DeLorean car that means absolutely nothing to the gameplay is not worth my money. But putting in new maps that have obstacles to shoot around and obstacles to drive around, that is something that is worth money.
I get what you're saying, but listen, it's content is going to be worth different money to different types of people.
Most people who pay money for a different backdrop to the same map are people who do not deserve to own PCs.
That's not true because I bought all that shit.
You bought all that
Listen to
shit because you don't understand what money is.
I appreciate the game company that makes a great game, and I'm not hesitant at all to give them money.
You are literally willing to pay money for different crowds in the background.
That's like the same people who go out and spend money on weapon skins for Counter-Strike or for fucking Siege. It's in all games.
It is a
It's
waste
in all
of
games.
money.
How much
in
money
all
did you
games.
spend? How much money did you spend on Neverwinter opening those fucking chests?
None. I don't spend that money.
You spent on equipment packs for Mass Effect. It's the same fucking thing.
Mass Effect, all of those guns do different things, and every time you level it up,
It's
it
still
does something different.
It's still expansion content,
I don't think-
that they're adding to the game to make it fresh.
Expansion content that makes the game better and expansion content that makes the game a different color are two different things.
Yes. That's understandable.
It is.
I've never seen Drew this mad before.
But
It's a great game.
But
That's what I'm
it's-
trying to say.
I'm with
Rocket
you right
League is
here.
a great
Rocket League.
game that makes you spend money for no reason.
Douglas,
Says every other
It'll be
game
good.
ever made.
Ever.
And why do you think I spend no money on those games?
Douglas, it's-
Because every time, all they do is they prey on the gamer. They take all of your money and put it towards nothing.
Says the guy who spent money on Destiny.
But Douglas,
Yeah, and I regret every amount of money I spent on Destiny.
Resident
Every
Evil 6.
single dollar that I spent on Destiny, I wish I could have back. Because Bungie fucked me in the face. They fucked me so hard in the face that I wish I could have everything back.
Okay, all right. I'm ending this right now. You don't like Rocket League. Drew does. Logan.
That is not true.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoy Rocket League.
Still,
It's not worth $50.
But it's not.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
The whole point he's talking about.
Whatever the case is, Logan,
Believe it
what
or
did we
not.
talk about 6 podcasts ago? You started this a couple minutes ago. What did
Oh,
you...
that's fine.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
What's 6 podcasts ago? What did we talk about?
Jesus Christ.
Oh god. What the fuck were you talking about?
What were you... Okay, fine. Next topic then.
Street Fighter 5.
No.
I'm down for Street
Woo!
Hold
Street
on,
Fighter
hold
5.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna continue this for a second.
Oh, Jesus
I'm just
Christ.
saying that
Your
the
neighbor.
monetary value of a game to me is based on how much fun I have.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit about the
Exactly.
content. No,
Nope.
stop.
No,
Nate.
that's what we've been
Because
saying the
cut
whole
you off.
time.
But okay,
It's a fun game.
I'm gonna expand on this without being negative. How much of your money spent on fun is worth just adding colors to the game?
A lot.
If the person enjoys that, then that's fine.
But why do you enjoy adding different crowds to an already existing map?
HD
Because what
remakes.
Rocket League has done is add different crowds, different scenes to the already existing map. The map looks exactly the same on the inside of the map where you play, but on the outside of the map where you don't play, it's different.
This
But you
was the
spend
same
money for
reason-
those.
Douglas, this wasn't designed to be a complicated game. It was designed to be just like
But-
a fun romp around.
But you play the game, and it is entirely strategic and complicated.
Yep.
it
Just
can
like
be
Kingdom
if you
Hearts
want it
and
to
Final
be.
Fantasy HD
But
remakes
they
that I
didn't
bought.
add anything with the money you spent on that.
Then why aren't you bitching about FIFA? Then why aren't you bitching about NBA? Why aren't you bitching
Because
about
I don't
Madden?
play FIFA, because I don't play NBA, because I don't play Madden.
Yeah, but do you know the population of people that do play those
Because
games?
all
including
those
Rocket
people
League?
are the reason why video game companies have become garbage.
And
It's
he
been
knows.
that way ever since
But
sports games have ever existed.
Disco's also not buying these things, though. If he was buying them, then we could say,
But you
You
have
can't talk
bought
about
you
it.
have bought Madden, you have bought NCAA,
I bought
you don't
Madden,
buy,
NBA.
you don't buy
I
the
bought
extra
Madden
stuff.
fucking 7 years ago and was so angry that I bought the game that I returned it for my money
But
back.
you bought multiple copies of the game, have you not?
No, I
Over
bought
time.
one copy
Different
of the
years.
game. 2012 Madden, I bought Madden. I was so mad that I bought the game, I returned it.
Bye, Sean.
NBA.
Sean
I
also
bought one
leave her
copy
alone.
of
Bye,
the game.
Sean.
Got
Sean's
so
gonna go.
bored after 2 weeks, I got so mad I never bought another copy. FIFA, wouldn't buy the game if I even tried to because it's a soccer game and soccer sucks.
All right.
So wait, so Pat has something to say.
I'm just saying in general when it says updating the colors, Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, yes, it doesn't like partake to you and whatnot, but it's a game that I played a long time ago that I had a lot of fun with and a lot of nostalgia with, and I don't have my old PS2. Yes, I bought it for a discounted price. Yes, it was $40.
Remastered. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
But that's
I
also
understand
a
the
lot of content, too.
remastered.
they did add a lot. It was the original old.
I
game with a lot of
definitely
new
get the
content and stuff
remastered
like
thing
that.
because you're buying it for a newer console. It works on the newer console. The old version does not. I understand that because if you want to play it on a newer console, you have to buy the remastered version. There's no other way around.
Well, it's like Super Mario Maker. Like that game is amazing.
Super
and
Mario
it's
Maker
still
is
old.
Minecraft.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's
But-
entertaining. It's fun to play.
Doug-
That's what you want out of a video game, isn't it?
But I
you
don't.
want to enjoy
I can
yourself. You want to
enjoy
get lost in
several
hours.
other games that give me enjoyment for their money that I didn't already pay for.
well, Douglas, and also take this into account too.
You paid
like-
$80 for a Nintendo. That's all I'm saying.
I did pay $80 for a Nintendo
There's-
because
there's-
that was the cheapest I could find it.
I'm just saying, you paid $80 for.
So that I could
I-
play Nintendo games from a generation of gaming that knows what gaming is all about.
Well, Douglas, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Batman Arkham Knight, and the majority of the content that was released. And granted, Rocksteady released a incredible wealth of content for Batman Arkham Knight, but the majority of what it is just different skins. It's just the different looks that you can give Batman, different Batmobile skins and different Batman skins, and they came out with all these different skins. And like for some reason,
It's a
I just
warm
went.
feeling
It's a
inside.
warm feeling. Like
Yeah.
I just went crazy for it, and like to me, like I had so much
Batman
fun
Beyond
playing.
skin, I'm done. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Batman Beyond skin, I was
I had
hardcore to that.
so-
Doesn't even matter.
Exactly, and I had so much fun playing it. Like to me, like it's just like if I have a lot of fun playing the game, to me it's worth it if they're gonna give me content. Like I don't necessarily mind buying it if I had a lot of fun playing the game if they did a good job on the
Okay,
game.
but think about this in terms of how much it costs the company to design this stuff.
it
All
doesn't.
they're doing,
I'm
they're
not
doing
dis-
in terms of creating a new costume for Batman or changing the Batmobile, it costs them maybe 50 cents. Because all they have to do is fucking put a paintbrush over top of the fucking Batmobile, and it's a new color.
There's more than that.
I'm not disagreeing with
There's
you.
way more to that.
I'm not
I
disagreeing.
want to see
with you.
your
I
research
want
on
to see
this. All right,
stimulations on 50
Yeah.
cents.
You call
In
a lot of
terms
things
of
you
what
wanna
they
say-
spend on the total game
Show your work.
and what they spend on making the Batmobile a new color, I guarantee you it's at 50 cents.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I want sources.
No, listen,
Oh,
I'm not
minimum
done.
50,000.
I'm not done. I don't disagree with you. I think that you have a very valid point as far as like cost to distribution. You know, I feel like you have a very valid point. But when you're coming from a simplistic mind from a gamer, if you have a lot of fun playing a game that's very well designed, you're going to be willing to pay more for content. Like if you let's take Assassin's Creed Unity for fucking example. It fucking released like broken as fuck on launch. Like, and when people play that game, do you think people are going to give a shit about DLC if the actual game isn't working? No. But if you actually worked your ass off and actually put some work into the valid game that's being released on launch date, and it's good, and it's a good game, and you're releasing more content that's going to, I don't want to say improve the game. I want to say like add something to it, because that's all it is. You're adding something to it. Do you like money? Because I like money.
I love money, and I don't blame these game companies for what they're doing. I blame the consumer for continuing to perpetuate the cycle. I blame people for buying these skins. I blame people for buying these costumes. I blame people for spending $10 on something that cost the game company nothing to do.
Sources.
Okay.
Show your work.
I want to see.
Okay, so it takes a game company a year to make a game like Assassin's Creed Unity, right?
No, they have
No,
cycles. They're working 2 to 3
definitely not a
years
year.
back.
That is
When people get off certain the other parts of the
When do
team
they
move on.
release the beta? Because that's when the game is technically finished.
Well, regardless of when it's released, they have that many back years of working on something. They don't have.
So,
just,
okay, we'll go ahead and give them the extra year that it is. It's
I'd say
2 years.
2 to 3 probably per game.
So these game companies create an entire game which has to do with physics and backgrounds and colors and storyline and dialogue and all these things that it takes to create a game. But changing the color of a vehicle that you use in the game is worth a fifth of the price of the game.
Oh God. I think it's more
So
about
you pay $10. Let's say the new Batmobile thing costs $10. That's about right?
I don't know
Skin,
if it's 10.
like the new skin.
I'm sure it's a
like
pack
skin in
of
general.
things.
It's probably a
it's
pack
probably
of
a
5
pack of
things.
stuff.
Okay?
I paid $40.
So you get like 2 Batmobile skins and you get 3 Batman.
One little
It's-
DLC.
it's more than
One
that.
little
You got-
DLC like side story.
We got tracks too. We got like different racing tracks for those particular Batmobiles. So like when they released them in packs, and then when they released the classic Batman skin,
How much did the pack cost?
I don't know because I bought the season pass. I bought the season pass for $35. I got
I don't even want to get
Not
started
about
on
season
season
pass.
pass.
I got no. Listen to me. This
You
is
go
very
Super Saiyan 2 on that
This
shit.
is very logical. I got 9 months worth of content for $35. I got the Batman old skin and just for an example, so you get the old Batman skin with it, and you got 4 racing tracks on top of it, plus a Batman skin for Robin, for Batman, for Catwoman, and you got the old Batmobile skin and 4 or 5 different tracks for it.
So nothing added to the game other than different ways to play the existing content.
I can see that I'm not going to win this argument with you.
Wiener,
So you know what?
Wiener.
I can't. You know what? I feel like we should.
They
move
didn't add new content. What they did was they took existing content and altered it, is what you're saying, right?
Okay, we can end
Pretty
this
much.
part here.
okay.
Because I do think this is an important topic, especially for gamers now, because this is going to be an ongoing kind of thing.
It'll always be.
This will be a problem for the next 20
But you
years.
say
It's a
basically
problem.
It is
what
a
we're trying to
problem.
say, Disco, is that we're gonna give you your own podcast to hate on all this shit.
Hate
that
of the
you want.
day,
Hate of the
DLC.
day.
Oh, something,
Hour and a half
This
of
is a legit part of gaming in the gaming industry right now.
it's
Don't
a
get me wrong.
legit topic.
I have paid money for stupid ass bullshit like that. I have. The reason why, me personally, I'm a big fan of the game. And yes, I want to see my character in this cool ass fucking looking
It's more-
costume. Why
it's-
do I want it? I'm an idiot and I'm paying $5 for it. But it's because I'm a big fan of the game.
At the end of the day,
way.
it's about your personal experience with the game.
Yes.
Not so much like, okay, is this a good investment of my time and money? It's like, it doesn't matter.
Why do you think I have all the Street Fighter alternate costumes? Because I play the shit out of Street Fighter.
I want to support the company that's making the great game
And
to make more great games.
It's not a question about whether or not gamers are dumb.
But you did that by buying the game. Because most of these companies make an enormous profit off of the original game.
Yeah.
And you
There
can continue
is-
to do that.
The developers make a decent cut. There's also the
But
publisher.
they're also
There's
listening to fans.
advertising.
The
Saying,
publisher
"We want a cool
doesn't
version
make
of Ryu."
the publisher is a huge pile of bullshit. The publisher makes money no matter what. They're making money off of advertisements. They're making money off of all of this shit.
You
The
get
developer
watching CNN.
is the one that's suffering the most, and they still make a profit.
Most of
The only time they don't make a profit is if they make a fucking garbage game. And even then, some of them make a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. We're going to move on to the next topic here.
Rocket League comes out February 17th on Xbox.
For $20, and it's worth it.
We already said that.
100%
We
where
already said that. God
they are
damn
talking
it. All right. Okay. Next topic here. Division. PS4, Xbox One lets you change visual settings to improve the frame rate, according to the developers. So, this is in quotes what they say. You can disable certain lighting aspects to improve frame rates on the console versions. And I don't know if that is going to be what's to say. I don't know if another game does that or not. So if you want to choose the frame rate over visuals, you can do whatever you want.
Every PC game ever does that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but
I
that's
don't know
new.
why this is a big deal.
It's new for consoles.
Yeah,
What you're
I
saying
mean, it
that's
is new for
It is new for
consoles.
consoles.
You're saying
yes.
the
But every
Yeah.
PC game that has ever existed has this already
Also-
included in it.
Also, they say that the Division map, the size of the map, compares to the size of Fallout 4's map. Rumor has it that they're throttling the PC version as to not upset console versions. Is this bullshit or not?
Nope.
Yes.
Yep. You don't think it's bullshit?
No, I don't. Because I can guarantee you right now, Witcher 3, I'm being serious about this. Witcher 3 came out before Fallout 4. Witcher 3 is like 3 times the content that Fallout 4
Oh, yeah,
could
yeah.
ever be.
Yeah, Witcher 3 is a
Don't-
huge game.
Don't get me wrong, it's based off different map areas.
Mhm.
You have to travel, and there's a new map, and you travel,
Well,
and there's
that's
a new
kind
map.
of that's kind of
But
how
it
Division
still
is.
takes you like fucking, like if you're walking, not running, sprinting, not even using your horse, it takes you like 30 minutes to walk from one side of the map to
But
the
that-
other.
but that's
And
kinda how
that's just that game.
That's kind of how Division is, because like from what we played in the beta, I know Logan, you and I played it, and it
Hells yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love that beta. It's super good.
It's super good, but like that's kind of the same thing. It's like they still got like a fast travel option. You can go to different parts of the map, and it's like
I'm hyped for this.
Yeah.
I saw you playing
Original's
it.
gonna be
yeah,
awesome.
it's gonna be
So.
good. Like
This might get my
That's
new
he's
shooter
not
again.
he's not saying that's the part that's bullshit or not. That's not what he's saying.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that.
A game
Okay.
dev came out and said that they are throttling the PC version of the Division so it will run slower and like at the same frame rate and the same graphical qualities as Xbox and PS4. A game dev came out and said that. Now, Ubisoft has come out and said that's not true at all. And of course, you'd think a big dev company like Ubisoft would come out and say, "Yeah, that's totally not true. Like we don't want to piss off the population of PC gamers."
right.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Why
but-
would they even do that?
But Ubisoft has fucked PC gamers so bad in the past.
So it's like,
They
Recently.
really no, they really have.
Recently,
They
yes.
really have, and like I mean, they like.
What did they do?
I think there was a chief executive or director or something at Ubisoft that was like, oh well, 95% of PC gamers pirate their games anyway, so like, why should we give a shit about them?
Well,
like, I
he's
mean,
not
that's-
exactly wrong.
That's what. Well, he's not right either.
Yeah, PC gaming has accounted for more money this year than the consoles have.
That's true.
And
actually.
Drew is
that
a PC gamer, so I would take
that is
Drew's
a
word.
fact.
Yeah,
I think
Drew-
it was like
I would take Drew's
I think
it was
word.
PC
40% of all their sales.
I think PC sales for this year I think was like something like
We all know it's true.
was
Don't
like
lie.
32 billion, and consoles worldwide was like 26 billion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, Ubisoft has been known to screw PC people in the past. I think the option of changing your frame rate is great, but I don't think that they should throttle their game by any means to accommodate with consoles. I just don't think that makes any sense. If anything, that could drive their PC market, which they've had bad relations with in the past. You would figure they would try to improve that.
Well, and your PC gamers they built a rig on purpose so they have the capabilities to play a game at maximum settings like that.
Yeah,
Why would you want to
exactly
piss off the people that pay that money and want to hone their graphical capabilities to the maximum?
Right. I personally think Ubisoft should just give up on PC gamers. They're fucking them repeatedly every single game that they release.
What have they been doing? I
That's
honestly don't know.
It's really true. They are.
Okay.
I
just
think they
curious.
should just say we're done making PC games.
Division
Because
come out
the
on PC?
things that they have done
It is, yeah.
to
That's what we're
just
talking about.
scathe and fuck over PC gamers is ridiculous.
That will never
is.
happen, though. It'll
Yeah.
never
It won't.
happen.
It won't, but they should. Because of, well, honestly, PC gamers should just stop buying Ubisoft games in purchase.
Everyone should stop
Well,
buying Ubisoft games.
That's
Never.
Everyone.
Not
Division, Watch Dogs,
The
That's
thing-
not true.
Watch
thing
Rainbow
about-
Six.
The thing about Ubisoft games, though, is they make you play them on their own separate client Uplay, as opposed to like a Steam.
It's on
Um,
PC only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was making sure.
EA
Clarified.
also has kind of a similar thing. They have Origin,
Origin.
but there are a lot of EA games that you can pick up on Steam, and it's just nice to be able to
Oh, that's
launch
cool.
all your games from one game client.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What the good news is, they have announced that they're going to be skipping Assassin's Creed this year. They're not going to have a release for
Yeah, we're
2016.
going to Egypt.
It's probably a good thing.
Super
Yeah,
psyched
That's a
for it.
really good idea.
That's a
I'm
good
super
idea.
psyched for Egypt. Are you kidding me?
Honestly, like I kind of got a little glimmer in my eye. As much as I hate Ubisoft as a company, I love their games. I've played Assassin's Creed 1 through 4,
I played
and
all
then
of them.
and then I played Revelations. I've played all of the Assassin's Creed games. I've loved them, but you know, after a certain point, it's like when you're releasing a game every year, I just kind of start to lose interest in it. And the fact that like they took the time to say, hey, we're gonna hold this off for a while, maybe hopefully like gain some ground and maybe take advantage of the new technology that's out there, maybe release a really good quality game that sets it apart from all of the other 15 million Assassin's Creeds that are out there, kind of brings hope to the franchise in a way for me personally, especially somebody that rags on Ubisoft on every single podcast that we do.
Ubisoft Japan, do a Samurai one. That's
Right.
why I won. That's my one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I personally was really stoked at the notion of it, but yeah.
The only thing that I would say about this particular topic is, with PC versions, they usually include this option of decreasing the visual settings for frame rate, because your particular PC cannot handle what they're doing. In
Yeah.
terms of a console, every console is exactly the same. So
Yeah,
They are.
They are.
You
are
can't affect the
tech-wise-
hardware. You can't
like
change
if you're
Tech-wise,
gonna
but
buy
not
one, if
internet-wise.
I'm gonna buy an Xbox
But not
One,
internet-wise.
and
Not
Logan's-
internet-wise, no.
if I'm gonna buy an Xbox One and Logan's gonna buy an Xbox One and Drew's gonna buy an Xbox One, all of our Xbox Ones are made exactly the same.
And
Well, of course.
unless they come out with a new remade model where they upgrade the parts, which has been done before.
It has been
Yeah.
done before, but as of late, in terms of that technology, they're really not different. It's
the same.
mostly
It's-
storage.
It's the
things.
same.
Which
And
is that's the appeal
so,
of social gaming.
including this kind of option is almost pointless to the consoles. It's more of a way to say we're really not developing hard enough to include these things in automatically. Like you either get frame rate or you get visual settings. We can't give you both.
But I mentioned something like this in an earlier podcast, that EA, or not EA, but DICE did this with Battlefield Hardline. They didn't like allow you to change the graphic settings of the game, but they made it so the game did it on the fly. So like I think they said the game itself, Battlefield Hardline, ran at 1080 900 was the max, or not maybe not 1080, 720 or 1080, but one of those two. But it was at 900p. But the game would switch on the fly to 720 to compensate for the frame rate drop or whatever the hell was going on.
Halo 5 did the same thing.
Just so the game would run smoother.
Lots of games are doing
Yeah,
that.
lots of games are doing that now.
Yeah.
But that's a totally different thing than you selecting you want a lower, like you want lighting different and all these shading different so that you can have better frame rate.
Yeah.
Like that in those games, they're just saying, in order to do this part of the game, we need to lower the frame rate.
Yeah,
so,
but it's barely noticeable though. Like
Exactly.
you can't even
but
tell.
if you're gonna decrease the lighting and decrease the shading, that stuff is noticeable.
Yeah,
It's different than decreasing the frame rate. Like decreasing the frame rate from a minor amount.
Frame rate is everything. It's everything video game.
But in terms of a tiny amount, it's not going to matter. But
60
decreasing lighting and decreasing shading, those things you notice like that.
60 frames to 30 frames is a giant.
Oh, stupid.
But that's a
enormous
huge
difference.
jump.
It's huge.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what he's saying. Like, it's minor differences that you don't even notice. But when you're talking shading and lighting, those things are immediate notices.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out because we won't really know either way until we see it.
Until like we actually games actually.
I think it's nice that they're including the option. Now, granted, it doesn't.
It's mostly for people with bad internet.
It doesn't exactly.
God damn it! You just took my fucking question that I was just about to fucking say.
There you go. That's your answer.
It doesn't mean anything.
Because you're hardwired, and I'm sitting there going like,
we could run a cord to your room.
In terms
totally
of
do it.
in terms of developing technology, it doesn't mean shit. Okay, we know that they're capable of changing frame rate on consoles and stuff, whatever. But I think it might be a growing trend for titles in the future, depending on what type of internet speed you have. Because take a look at Sean, for example, who just got 50 meg internet. I mean, for somebody that lives
kind of funny because it's also sad.
Somebody that lives in his area would be grateful for that.
He lives in a very rural area, by the way.
So, like, I think that that's very important. And I think that that's something that shouldn't necessarily be overlooked.
I agree with you. I agree.
That's my question, being because I don't play first-person shooters as much as you guys, but Logan is hardwired into our modem. I'm using wireless in my room all the way over there.
It'll make a difference.
Will it make a significant difference?
Yes, significant.
That's my
yes.
question.
Enough that
That is my question.
It will make a significant difference if you are hardwired into the modem.
Compared to
Also-
my wireless that's sitting
Yes,
in the room.
absolutely.
Okay.
it depends on the
yeah.
definition
Absolutely.
of significant because
That's the question I
Like, it's
no.
mostly a half a second. Typically, the difference between hardwired
But
and
if you're
wireless
playing
is
shooters,
about a
significant.
half a
Drew's
second.
got a look in his
It's
eyes.
significant.
The only way it is significant is if you are playing a game that's solely like online, like The Division. That would be an instance where the internet would matter, but it doesn't. It doesn't take away from the graphical specifications of the games. The game will run the way that the hardware is meant to run it. It doesn't change. The only thing that will change is like your frames per second, depending on how much of the map is loaded, things like that. But in terms of graphical capabilities, it's the same.
The frame rate increases because I do it all the time because I had to play.
The frame rate
I
changes.
had to play World of Warcraft at medium settings, and that's the only way I can get my frame rate to go up.
The frame
as
rate
much as I
changes.
wanted
The
to.
graphical capabilities do not change.
No, you're absolutely right in saying that. You're absolutely 100% right in saying
Because I had a
that.
shitty laptop.
What
But
patch
it will make a difference when you're in an online world in multiplayer.
What
it
Pat
will,
is
it will make
saying-
a huge significant difference. You will have less issues with lag. You will have a better
I'm not
overall
gonna say
gaming experience of being
significance.
hardwired in.
When I
I'm
say
not going to say significant.
I'm
I'm
not
going to
saying,
say
like,
at the most.
noticeable.
At the
Not significant.
most,
How about noticeable?
it's a half a
That's-
second.
Like Pat, for someone
mean,
like you, since you
We
don't-
play in the same house with the same internet on a regular time, and Drew's Xbox is wireless and mine is hardwired in, and the difference is almost unnoticeable. It's less than a half a second.
I'll tell you this much. When I had my PlayStation 4 hardwired into a modem, I got about 40 megs per second. Okay, 40 megabytes per second, and I'm paying for 50. Now that I have it wireless and I don't have a choice as far as like hardwiring it, I'm getting 17 to 25. That to me, between 25 megabytes per second and 40 megabytes per second
But
is a
download
huge
speed, download
difference.
speed means absolutely nothing when it
Yes,
comes to
it's
online
estimated every
gaming.
time
It's
you come on.
upload
Though.
speed.
But
Upload speed means everything.
But upload speed even decreased from 10 megabyte upload to 7 megabyte upload.
I wonder
See,
what
that's
the
where the
difference is
difference
between those
is
two.
so much
though.
more minor.
It's significant to me.
But when it's wireless on my
I
stuff,
know-
I
Notice the
agree that I
difference.
can notice the difference, but I don't consider it significant. I consider it minor.
Like Pat, for someone like you,
when something is a quarter of a second faster because you have it hardwired, that's not significant.
Well, I'm a spoiled ass bitch that loves the fucking the high life of
when it comes,
2016.
Okay, I agree with you
big
though.
shot fancy internet.
Knowing that you're a fighter, like a fighter style game player, it is significant when it comes to fighters.
It absolutely is.
But when it comes to
shooters,
shooters,
fighting games,
it's not so significant.
It's the difference between throwing your controller at your TV and impaling it, and then actually being able to actually play the game.
In terms of fighters, I would agree. It is significant to have a quarter of a second difference.
So Pat, what I was gonna say is like
Shooters,
for someone like you,
not so much.
You don't play a whole lot of shooters. You play a lot of more like RPGs. You can get away with not having to use like a hardwired connection.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't have
so
to have
like
it.
because shooter games are based on like seconds. Like those seconds matter. Shooters are like or RPGs like. I don't fucking care as long as you connect online.
Did
doesn't
you
matter.
guys see that lag in the top 5 video with that Star Wars Battlefront when I hit that guy with the focus rifle and I still kept shooting? Like
Yeah.
I didn't think that I killed him, but like it came up like a couple of seconds later that I actually got the kill
Yeah.
for it.
Well, the only difference I have on that is, and I'm only going straight off like download speed bullshit, but like when I was downloading Fallout 4, like initially it said like 14 hours and 37 minutes when I first started it, and then after like an hour going in, all of a sudden it bumped down to like 5 hours because I don't know the way that wireless works, but all of a sudden like signal started kicking in a lot harder and everything. So it was a little more unreliable on that sense. But anyway, I'll shut up because everyone has their hands up.
Yeah.
Go.
No, we were talking about shooters and this and that and everything, and there is and this we're not going to get into the Kickstarter part of this. Different conversation.
Yes.
Oh, this new,
Jesus
was it
Christ.
Battalion 1944?
Dude, I am excited for this game.
I'm so fucking excited.
I have been itching to play a good World War II shooter
Well,
for
and
a long time.
like it's. I think me and Sean were talking about it way earlier before anybody got here, and it's like
Hitler.
I don't even know what you're doing, Josh. I don't understand what this
I'm waving my arm as in like, bah, another World War II shooter.
Okay.
Big fucking
No,
deal.
That's a
Big
okay
fucking deal.
first reaction, but at the same time, the only shooter aside from Siege was super surprising how cool it was. First person shooters, or third person even, I haven't really enjoyed one in a couple of years probably.
Yeah.
In terms of like really capturing my attention, like Halo
Plants
2.
vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies, that's the thing. That was like 2014, early 2014.
2013.
No, 13 was
2014.
early
2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Honestly, since then, I haven't really been really grasped by a shooter with depth and all that. And I think, and this, it specifically calls out, it's not going to have any unbalanced unlocks, no overpower abilities, none of that bullshit in Destiny where
Sounds
you have
like
the
sounds
hammer
like
and you're
Halo.
a god.
Sounds like Halo 1.
It's going back to Halo 1 or the original stuff. I want to have that, I think I even said it before, not in terms of World War II, but I want a shooter that has no class basis. It's just literally one-on-one, you and the other person, whoever has the better skill, whoever has like,
Yeah,
the
and it's
certain
been
situation.
it's been a long time since a good World War II shooter has come out. Like,
And I don't mind them bringing back some old style, old settings like World War II. I mean, it
those
could
were
be
good, those
really
were good
cool.
games. It was a good era.
The Medal of Honor.
They are
Medal of
good-
Honor,
Medal of
COD
Honor
2.
era.
Like, who's
Yeah.
sick of future shooters right now? They're
I-
all fucking.
They are good
yeah.
games, but who's to say you couldn't come up with a new way to do it? Like
You absolutely could.
you could easily take these more skill based, no unbalanced unlocks and all that stuff, and put it into a new system, a modern thing. Like you don't have to make it World War II.
Well, that's literally like what I just said. It doesn't have to be World War II.
Yeah.
What?
Douglas, if you make a video game,
What,
I'm not going
Josh?
to buy it just to spite you.
My one
I'm not
video
gonna buy
You
game.
make a video game.
If I ever created a video game, it would be this one video game, and it would be everything you
Perfect.
do is no. Well, I mean,
Obviously, it'd be great.
it would be perfect in my mind.
And the cool thing about
But
this,
it would be you. Every decision you make impacts everything that you do, and it would be a zombie.
That doesn't sound like it'd be worth $20.
Probably wouldn't charge
No
$20.
start. No, we're good.
I wouldn't
We're all
charge
friends
$20
here. We're
for
all
it.
friends here.
yeah.
Come on.
But the cool thing about this, like, it had a surprisingly low budget. Like, I don't think. Well, it's a UK developer. They wanted £100,000 for their like to fund the game. I don't think that's too.
What does
terrible
that
to
translate to in English?
Okay, so-
I think it's
in
like
US
80
dollars?
grand.
So no. You got it backwards.
No, it's more than that, dude.
The British pound is worth about like I want to say 60% of the US dollar. So we'll say this game probably cost about like 100
Drew will have an
170
exact
like,
figure in
maybe
like 5 seconds.
$175,000 to make.
$144,000.
So
Jeez.
to make a game like a solid multiplayer game like this, that like I've seen the trailers for it. It looks really good.
I was thinking of Euro.
I don't think that's too much to ask.
Well, I just like it could be a space shooter with no skills. It could be a Western shooter with no skill based.
Yeah.
I'm okay with really any of these things. World War II,
Star Fox Western.
whatever.
Star Fox
Okay,
Western.
put it in any setting you want. I'm excited for the concept of this.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it's bows and arrows.
I guess
I agree with you. I was
Yeah.
just saying, why does it have to be World War II?
I totally agree. It could be any setting. I don't give a fuck.
I guess
There's just so
I'm
many
excited for
World War
this.
II games.
The reason why, according to the trailer that they released, was that there were no other developers making these games, and that it was the game that they wanted to play.
Yeah.
Well, good
And
for them, yeah.
and I can respect that. I'm just kind of to the point to where like I'm just like, oh great, another World War II shooter.
Well, it's
I'm
like-
not saying that I won't play it, and I'm not excited about the concept because, and we touched on this last week with like Doom 3 and like the concept of more old school shooters that were more based on skill rather than unlocks and supers and
It's about blowing shit up. It's not about skill. It's about killing everything with a shotgun.
Right.
I'm just saying right now.
Well, I mean, the old school style of shooter where you're getting health packs and like, I mean, it's more run and gun. It's
Well, I wanna know-
not cover based. I
Well,
mean,
you
there's
say you don't want another World War II shooter. When was the last fucking World War II shooter we had? Like 2009?
COD 3. COD 3.
Yeah,
like, well,
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Well,
That has some
that's-
sci-fi elements, right?
That's kind of
It did.
like fan
It
fiction.
started
sci-fi.
off at
Still
World War
World War
II.
II.
What?
Well,
Come on.
started-
That's sci-fi.
If you
I'm
wanna
talking
be-
straight World War II.
And kind of
That setting. You
Where's
said you-
World War One? Where are the
Well, that's
World
fine.
War One
But you say you're
Age
sick
of
of them. We haven't
Empires
had
4.
one in like
No,
7 years, 6 years, whatever.
And
So I mean,
going
let's
going back to
throw
what-
back.
Okay, going back to that, you're just like, oh, it's just another World War II shooter. It's like, well, and then Logan said like, this is the game that they wanted to develop. It's like it's
He
just
said
like,
that.
or okay, whoever said that, whatever.
Josh
He's
just
like,
said
this is the game that they wanted to develop.
Don't
Well,
misquote
think of it like in terms of if you're a musician or something. Like you make music that you enjoy, that you want to play, and the hopes that like other people will enjoy the same thing as well. And so it's like you can't. So say another metal band comes out, it's like, oh, it's just another metal band, great, another one, or another EDM artist, or whatever. It's the same principle. It's like these guys are making a game that they've always wanted to produce and play, and they're hoping that the general public is going to have the same consensus. And me personally, I want to play another good World War II shooter. I think it's a good thing.
I'm excited to try it. I just think
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool.
I'm going,
Cool
okay,
throwback.
If it plays well, I feel like it'll be successful, and I would like to play it. But I'm skeptical at the fact that the setting that they chose is extremely overplayed.
If it was 2009, yes. It's been years since we had a game like
It's
that. So.
Yeah, but
extremely overplayed.
just because it's been years since they did it doesn't mean it's not.
Do you know how many World War II shooters that were developed and
There are tons of
released?
I mean, how many World
Yeah,
War
fuck
One
loads of
shooters?
Medal of Honor
have they
Frontline.
done?
I remember
5
playing
to
the shit out
10
of
to
that.
15
I
years
love
ago.
Medal of Honor
So-
Frontline.
Yeah, the
I
DD.
mean, like you said, how come they don't ever make a World War One shooter?
They should. I'm not defending World War II. I'm defending the fact that this isn't a bad decision
Yeah.
unless the gameplay is fucked.
It's terrible.
You know.
Mustard gas. that's
They've
what
had a Civil War shooter. They've had multiple Civil War
Well,
shooters.
this
I'd be
was
totally
gonna-
down in the trenches for World War One. That'd be fucking legit, I think.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
That'd be a fun
awesome.
mechanic.
super
Actually.
strategic. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
cannot just
It would
poke
almost
your
be
head
like a
over
strategy
anyway.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just
Mustard
reload.
gas, run away.
Right.
You have to spend like 2 or 3 minutes just like pumping it in there. You know what I mean?
That could be an actual
That's dirty.
Josh.
That's extremely dirty.
So
But it's true. I mean, that's what they had to do. I'm just saying.
Well,
So-
it's Drew's got his hand up.
Oh, I was wondering if I could segue into a new topic.
Yeah,
maybe depends
maybe
on the topic.
depends on what topic it is.
What, the Broncos won again?
This is not here. I found this.
Ooh.
I want to know your guys' opinion.
Ooh.
So, it's I believe is what they said the 25th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
Oh God.
As of such, Sega has announced that they want to do a Sonic the Hedgehog live-action animation film. slated for 2018.
What does that mean?
Okay,
sounds
wait.
terrifying.
What does that mean?
You said
Sounds
live
like
action.
it'll be awful.
You said
It sounds
live action
terrifying.
animation.
Yes,
I'm confused. That means it'll be terrible. I hate it.
it's combined.
So okay.
So it'd be like Space Jam,
Like a digital
but
hedgehog.
with Sonic the Hedgehog.
That sounds fucking awful.
Space Jam was legit, though.
Okay.
It sounds like a fucking abortion.
Someone
That's
actually
what it
already
sounds
tried that
like.
once. It was a fan-made film that actually they casted Jaleel White, who was the voice of Sonic in the cartoon,
And Urkel.
and Urkel. They casted him, and they made a half-hour-long fan film of Sonic the Hedgehog that was just like a fucking abortion and a half. It was terrible.
It'll be bad.
It'll be bad. But I mean, I love Sonic.
Sonic it was always a good game. Always.
But like Sega,
The only time that they did what they made a bad game was like the
Sonic 06.
Yeah, the recent one.
Rolling around at the speed of
Like
sound.
where everything broke and nothing worked.
Yeah, Sonic 06.
Which I feel like will be the theme of the movie that they make.
But like
Everything breaks and nothing works.
Sega, I don't understand why you're alienating like the face of your company, pretty much. Like Sonic is the face of Sega. I would.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
And they do everything they can possibly to just
had a lot of others,
completely fuck him over and alienate him and just make everybody hate him.
They do, but when you
What
say
the
word
frick,
Sega,
guys?
you say Sonic.
Seriously, what the frick?
What the frick?
Yeah, they want to do this film. I don't know what their budget's gonna be or who they're gonna get to direct, but
I mean, if it was if it was a CGI movie, that might work, but not a live action movie like Space Jam. Or
I
some
don't think
shit.
it's going to be good no matter what they do to it. Just because it's Sonic, and who wants a Sonic
Why are
movie?
you playing this on
Oh
the
my
Speaker
God,
podcast?
he's playing the
Sonic
original.
X.
I know that's gonna
That's
sound.
not Sonic S. That's the OG Sonic.
That's gonna sound insane
What are
on
you
the
playing?
audio.
Too fast for the naked eye.
That's
My
not-
concern is that Sonic doesn't translate well
That's
to
the
a
intro
movie.
song they need.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need
Yeah.
the like.
I mean,
that
Dr.
American cartoon. song.
Dr. Robotnik is a horrible enemy. Nobody,
Eggman. Call him
Nobody
by his real name.
fucking cares
No,
about.
Robotic is the
Okay.
Robotnik is his real
Better-
He's been Eggman for
Better or worse than Super Mario Brothers from 1993?
Better.
better than Mario.
Better.
Better. Yeah.
Better,
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure better.
Because at least.
I mean, but you literally just made named the worst movie.
Okay. Better or worse than Dragon Ball Evolution?
Better.
I'm
Better.
gonna
Better.
still
I'm
go
gonna,
with
I'm gonna
better.
bet better.
I'm just still go with
Dragon
better.
Ball Evolution.
Because
was
at least
the
with
worst
this, it
movie.
sounds like Sega is at least like condoning the making of this movie, whereas Akira Toriyama was like, they didn't give me any fucking creative control over this. They didn't even talk to me about it. They just made it. Same thing
Let's
with
make Piccolo the wrong color.
yeah. Let's make Piccolo brown.
Let's make Goku breakdance on top of a sports
Let's
car.
make Goku American.
So you guys
Makes
gonna,
sense.
You guys gonna go see it opening night?
No.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
No.
I'll see it for free.
If it comes, I'll probably pirate it or something.
Red box.
Just like I'll see Fantastic Four for free when it finally comes out.
That's not very fantastic.
It'll be better than Fantastic Four. I guarantee it.
Yeah, we haven't seen that.
I don't know if I can trust that.
Logan.
It's fantastic.
I literally just read this. And this kind of goes into something else where Quantum Break had a trailer released recently.
Woo!
That the whole game looks super awesome. I'm very excited for it.
I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
can someone kind of
They
break that down for me?
they're even being vague with it as well.
Not
They-
really.
Even
You
the
don't think so?
trailer
No.
is still
You
You don't think
vague.
so?
The trailer's kind of vague. Look up like
You guys
developer
from,
talks and stuff about it. Remedy.
Heavy Rain and
What? Heavy Rain? Did we say?
No. It wasn't Heavy Rain.
I'm thinking of Quantic whatever.
You're thinking of
right?
Quantic Dream. That's the
oh,
developer.
Quantic Dream. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not Quantum Break.
Quantum Break. It's
Yeah,
developed.
You're not my real dad, huh?
While they
You're
still
Jesus.
talk about it, they're still being very vague, which in my opinion is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well,
My
but yeah,
bad.
it's
Is
like
it-
Talking
a,
about the wrong stuff.
It could
Wrong
be
game.
a super shit-tastic game, and since they were
Yeah,
so
but
big about it.
I'm not gonna buy it when it releases. I'm gonna wait till user reviews come out.
it's
and
a
then-
third-person shooter basically, where you can manipulate time. You can cause time bubbles and stuff. You can freeze time around you. You can move around quickly through it. The preview is very positive. Anything I've seen or read or watched has been good.
And
It's
they've
been
been
positive. I'm
Prince
not
of
gonna argue
Persia,
with that. I'm
yeah.
just saying they're being very vague.
and they've been teasing this game for a while.
For
now.
a couple years now.
Yeah.
And it just got announced on PC.
That is the next thing I was gonna say. Okay, that's not bad, guys.
Okay.
No, if you get it on Xbox One through certain channels, I'm trying to double check, make sure I get this right here. If you pre-order the digital version, you buy it at participating retailers, or you pre-order the Xbox bundle, you will receive a free copy on Windows 10 of the game.
Huh.
Just on Windows 10.
Yeah, because they're pushing Windows 10. It's Microsoft. I'm just saying though.
I tried
Don't
2
get
times the
fucked
other
by
day to
this
upgrade to
dumbass
Windows 10, and both
stupid-
times it failed.
stupid
So.
thing.
I have
Garbage
Windows. I have Windows 10. It
Right.
works just fine for me.
Fuck Microsoft.
But basically,
I didn't say Windows 10 didn't work. I said upgrading to it didn't work.
Oh,
But yeah, you buy it on Xbox, you get a free PC copy. So
There
that
you go.
was interesting. They're
That
giving
is-
away
that
a
is-
game. They're
that is
like,
pretty cool.
fucking
They
have
should
it.
do that with all games, and then I'll upgrade.
They might start doing it. Honestly, they want to try to bridge the gap between Xbox and Windows. They're going to start adding more and more games that are cross-play.
Kind of make everything more like cohesive.
I just thought that was interesting. Yeah.
So that is a cool feature.
I think our final topic for the night should be talking about Street Fighter V.
Yes,
go.
I totally fucking agree with that statement.
Let's go.
Actually,
I mean,
that's the only thing I've agreed with you
We're
on
also
this entire
supposed-
night.
we're also supposed to talk about Titanfall 2 this week, but
Yeah, but fuck that game.
We'll have plenty of
I
chances.
never played any
wouldn't say
Titanfall.
fuck that game.
I
No,
don't
the-
care.
I'll
to be-
say fuck that
To be
game.
fair, that was Titanfall was
Why do you
recent.
guys judge so quickly?
Titanfall is
so
so
sad.
sad.
I haven't judged Titanfall. That no, you judge so much.
well,
I'm a judgmental person.
Don't
I
do
don't
we
that.
just
play
judge it.
Titanfall.
We judge it because we played Titanfall.
Titanfall, okay, that was
I didn't play
Respawn
Titanfall.
Entertainment's first game.
I didn't wanna
Like,
play
and it was
Titanfall.
a good attempt, but it wasn't really like executed well.
Yeah, attempt doesn't mean shit in the video gaming world.
Yeah, but
Did
we're not
you
talking
deliver
about that.
or
We're-
not?
We're not
is
talking
true.
about that. We're
We're
talking about Street Fighter
V.
5.
Exactly. We
Fine.
are talking about Street Fighter
PC
5.
and PS4 exclusive.
Who's played the beta besides me?
I haven't.
I want to go into the fact that it's an exclusive first before we talk about the game.
PC and PS4
Might be,
exclusive?
no,
No
played
Xbox?
the beta
No
besides me?
Xbox.
No
No
Xbox.
What?
Nope.
Which is, in terms of the fact, okay, we all know that fighters are not as popular on Xbox because of the controller.
Just Killer Instinct.
Obviously, with Killer Instinct,
Killer
that
Instinct's
was
good.
that was a lesson.
I
learned.
will say I enjoyed the hell out of Killer
Killer
Instinct.
Instinct was a pretty good.
It was
pretty
a
good
fun fighter because they bring into fighters elements that aren't typically used. But
Killer Instinct is a great
168
game.
combos? Yeah, that makes sense.
well, I'm also talking about crossovers.
Combo breaker.
Crossovers being a really, really big deal, whereas most fighters don't. I mean, they'll use crossovers, but they're not huge.
Yeah.
Like, whereas Killer Instinct, like, crossovers are a really fucking big deal.
Giant part of the game.
But Street Fighter V releasing for PS4 and PC exclusively is a big deal against Microsoft, and also probably not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big deal because they're missing out on a lot of money, because Street Fighter is the biggest fighting game franchise of all fighter games.
It really is.
So they're going to lose some money there. But at the same time, I'm sure Microsoft already knows that they get the shit kicked out of them in fighter games all the time. Like, every fighter game that releases, they get the shit kicked out of them. Because no matter how much I prefer Xbox over PlayStation, PlayStation is better for fighters.
Yes.
Their controller
I will
is
agree.
better
That
Play-
D-pad
for
you-
fighter games.
Mortal Kombat is played exclusively on PlayStation 4 for fighting game tournaments.
It's just the way
So-
that they develop their controller is better for fighter games, whereas the Xbox controller they
No, for
they
shooters.
don't they have never made a good D-pad. They never have.
Pro controller.
Pro controller.
It's still not
Legit.
as
Pro
good.
controller.
It's still not as
Not
good.
saying
It's not going to
I
be
would-
better than a fight stick.
I would
Logan.
honestly
It's
He's
like-
not saying fight sticks. He's saying PS4
I'm
controller.
saying.
I would
I'm
honestly-
saying fight stick.
I'll
I
give
would
you a
like
fight
to
stick.
see I would like to see the comparison between the new Pro controller and even the regular PS4 controller.
And a fight stick?
I would like to see
No,
it.
I'm
They
saying
have not
fight stick
released
quality is
anything.
way-
I would like to see the comparison. It would be an interesting thing to look into, because that could be Xbox working its way back into fighter games, but I still don't see it happening, because even somebody like Drew, who's an Xbox user, is a person who buys a PlayStation to play fighter games. So
Is that true, Drew?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's
Oh, yeah.
just the way it is. It's probably the way it always will be. Fighters will always be more popular to the Sony franchise rather than the Microsoft franchise.
It didn't used to be that way though, because
a long time ago.
No. For Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, of all the tournaments, because I used to compete in the Little Rock fighting game scene, so like every console that they used down in Little Rock was an Xbox 360. They always played Marvel on Xbox 360.
You're playing a fight sticks though, right?
Yes, fight
It
sticks,
doesn't
but
ma-
they.
that's the
Then
point.
it
But
doesn't.
they,
Yeah.
but they,
That's
but
the
they,
point.
no. There was frame rate. There was like some sort of frame rate issue between Xbox 360 and PS3 that made people gravitate more towards Xbox 360.
But it wasn't the controller.
It
which
wasn't
is the
the
main
controller.
issue.
I
No,
cannot
it
play
wasn't
When
fight
it comes to
controller.
fight sticks,
But
yes,
it
everybody's
was-
going to use the fight stick. over the
It was
controller.
system, but it was system mechanics. It was the way that the frame rate played between consoles that made people go with the Xbox 360 over PlayStation 3.
But the fact of
only-
the matter is, everybody always plays their fighters on PlayStation. It's been the way. It's been that way.
No.
It's literally statistically proven to be that way for the last 10+ years.
No, it's not actually, because like for the scene that we played in, like Xbox 360 was the console of choice.
Xbox One, starting Xbox.
It may be
original
that
Xbox
way
had no
in
fighter games.
Little
PlayStation
Rock,
had.
but I'm telling
Not
you,
true.
Marvel
Dead
vs.
or Alive.
I'm not saying that they didn't have anything. I'm just saying that all the main
all
ones,
of these fighter
Marvel
games
vs. Street
sold
Fighter,
better on
Alpha,
PlayStation.
like Third Strike,
All of them.
all that was all on PlayStation. Like it was not so much on Xbox the entire time.
All fighters have sold better on PlayStation than Xbox.
Sources.
It's been true.
Minus Killer Instinct.
I just want to see. I want to see the numbers.
It's been true up to this point, but even people that played in Omaha would have preferred an Xbox 360 over a PS3 if you were to
Me
compare the last
personally, when I'm
generation.
playing fighters, yeah, I still prefer Xbox.
And
I can
because-
still handle using the Xbox D-pad.
Because it doesn't
Because I
matter
hate PlayStation
because
controllers.
most professional people play on fight sticks. Controllers don't mean shit when it comes to FGC. It's all about your fight stick. There are very few pad players compared to what you would use on a fight stick. And a fight stick is still going to have 8 joints. It doesn't matter if it's
But
going
when
to
I'm
be on
talking
Xbox
about
or
sales,
PlayStation.
you're talking about the general public. And fight sticks are generally owned only by professionals.
Or the hardcore
well,
fan.
I mean, that's debatable. Depending on what you consider a professional.
Josh, you're like, I'm not saying I'm professional by any means, but I have a fight
I'm
stick.
just saying, like, if you're intending on competing in the game professionally, yes, you're gonna own a fight stick. But anyway,
If you're
Drew,
not, you're not.
Drew, you have something you want to say, and I want to hear you say it.
So I literally bought a PlayStation 3 just so I could play my favorite fighting games: Marvel vs. Cap 3, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter, Ultimate Marvel vs. Cap 3, and for the PS3 purists, the hardcores, did you buy a PS3 fight stick?
I bought a PS3 fight stick, and I also bought an Xbox 360 version of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom and an Xbox 360 fight stick to play and compete at tournaments because that was the main console that was used.
Okay, but you have a PS3 fight stick, correct?
I do.
Do you plan on buying a PS4 fight stick?
I will have to eventually.
Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that you don't need to because Street Fighter V will support PS3 controllers and fight sticks.
You're shitting me.
They're going hardcore.
You are fucking shitting me.
No.
Are you serious
Are you,
right now?
are you sure? That's fucking crazy.
Yes.
Dude, I'm
That is-
shitting myself
that
right
is
now. Are
awesome.
you fucking serious? Because
Yeah, because that's another like $100-some bucks you don't have to drop
it's
on.
200.
200.
It's 200.
That you don't have to
I
drop.
spent $250 on my first fucking fight stick, and it was a Street Fighter Cross Tekken fight stick.
It
I
was-
am so happy that you're telling me
It
that
was
right
just
now.
announced 2 days ago.
What the fuck? That excites me so much. Oh my god,
Cool.
that's insane. Like I'm so happy about that. I'm
Hashtag
really glad
day
that they've
made.
done that.
Yeah, they
Yes.
don't do a lot of old hardware.
The final version of
switching.
Street Fighter V will be compatible with PS3.
It's
controllers.
completely up to the developer. It's not a hardware issue or software issue. It's completely up to the developer whether or not they want to make that compatible. It's completely up to the developer.
Like the differences between a PS3 and a PS4 controller are minor.
Minor, completely.
Yeah,
I just wonder if I wonder if Sony could say no.
they're
no,
minor
You can't do
in
that.
terms of software and everything that goes into making them. They're minor.
I kind of want to touch on something else though too for this particular concept. And I know that Nate always references the guy that says, well, we have an offline console and it's called the Xbox 360.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
That guy's not
But
working there
he's
anymore.
not working
so,
there.
yeah.
So the producer of Capcom, the producer of Street Fighter V, the guy that works for Capcom was like, okay, well, yeah, he was like, oh, well, you guys still have time to buy a PlayStation 4. It's at a very attractive price point right now. That's $300. When asked about the exclusivity to PlayStation 4 and PC, basically people were like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do on Xbox? And he was just like, well, pretty much fuck you, buy a PlayStation 4.
Well, and Phil Spencer, who heads Xbox right now, he said that this happens sometimes. It happens with Tomb Raider. It happens with
It
whatever.
does.
It goes this way. And he's also, his philosophy, which he's been implementing for a couple years now, is that they want to focus on first-party titles, number one, always for Xbox. That's why they're focusing on Killer Instinct. They're okay with that.
Yeah, but
I mean,
but Killer Instinct.
It is a-
isn't
That can be
taken
your opinion. That's
seriously.
fine. But I think a lot of people.
It's
do
not my
like
opinion. It's
it's
fact.
true.
It's actual fact. Nobody
Being
takes that
somebody
game
who
seriously.
likes Killer Instinct, the game's not.
And I love Killer Instinct, Logan.
It's
Don't get
not
me wrong. I
competitive.
love the game,
Well-
but it's not taken seriously at a competitive.
Well, that's fine.
point of
I don't
view.
like fighting games, and I don't think Xbox, Phil Spencer, I don't think he cares about fighting game tournaments. They
No,
want to
not
they want
really.
to focus on the games there.
Yeah.
But Xbox is for shooters. I mean, let's be
Well, yeah, and I
real.
just was saying that was
Yeah.
That's
the
been the
Xbox
typical.
side
That's
of
what I
it.
meant when I said PlayStation has been more for fighters.
Oh yeah,
Because Xbox has been more for shooters.
yeah.
Right.
It's been that way for several years,
Yeah.
and I don't see that changing. I feel
It's
like
not going
Xbox
to.
will continue to be
It's-
the place to go if you're a shooter game player, and PlayStation will be the place to go if you're a fighter or RPG player.
It didn't used to be that way, but it is now. It
Hmm.
completely, absolutely.
Well,
is.
I mean, back when PlayStation 2 existed, PlayStation 2 was fucking great for everything. It was great for everything.
Mhm.
But I mean, when Xbox, original and PlayStation 3, well, I mean, it was a couple of years after that before PlayStation 3 came out. But when that happened, it was just like things started shifting a tiny bit, and it just continued. So I don't think it's a big deal. I agree with Logan when he says Microsoft doesn't care that they don't get Street Fighter 5. They probably don't. I mean,
No,
they
I
weren't getting
highly
that
doubt
many
it.
sales from Street Fighter 4 to begin with. So for that to happen, I guarantee they don't care that much. They weren't making that much money off of the Street Fighter franchise to begin with.
I'm sure PlayStation shelled out some money to help make the game, so they are financially invested.
Exactly.
So they're in the hole right now. They
Right.
gotta make that money
They
back.
gotta
And-
recoup. They gotta
so
recoup their costs.
In the long range of things, it almost affects smaller things before it affects the companies that are developing the games. Like your pro gaming franchises are, say Microsoft feels like because Street Fighter 5 comes out and they're going to have a big tournament with Street Fighter 5,
Evo.
they don't feel like, because they have any interest in Street Fighter 5, they don't feel like dishing out any money to help support the tournament. That's gonna hurt the professional gaming franchise that does that tournament more than it's gonna hurt Microsoft. Like, so
Well, of course,
in
Microsoft
terms of
makes
those
millions
kinds of things,
dollars.
it hurts smaller companies before it hurts Microsoft in any way.
Well, of course, it
Microsoft is not going to feel any long-term negative effects from not you getting Street Fighter 5.
does. What do you think, Pat?
Well, I was just going to add a point to make it positive on your side and in general. After playing, I'm the only guy that's played the beta, right?
Right.
Yeah, I haven't played it. So,
So, the game is coming out with 16 characters, initially. They guarantee 32 characters within the first year. They are not... You can buy them if you want to, but there's going to be in-game currency, no microtransactions, just straight up playing single player, multiplayer, whatever. You just gain points like you do in Hearthstone,
Thank God.
and you can
Yeah.
unlock new characters.
Buying them as a microtransaction.
But-
Buying them individually, that would
I
be.
know that. I'm saying you're not
I'm just
paying any
making
fucking
sure.
99 cents.
Yeah.
What he's saying
did
is
that,
you don't have to.
They did that with Siege too,
Yeah.
with renown points. And
Yeah,
stuff.
no, it's the same.
They're-
Yeah,
I
they're-
understand that. I'm just saying that they're giving you access to a point where they're actually looking out for the consumer in a way, which made me really excited.
Which is a
I'm
good
just
thing.
like, yes.
More companies need to be doing that. There's a lot of companies out there right now that are saying just you have to do the microtransaction to get the new content.
well,
Elder
Capcom's-
Scrolls Online, a game that me and Logan both like, they're actually doing that, which is unfortunate for some people. Like, you have to have ESO Plus to get these DLC contents. So you have to pay 1 month's worth of ESO Plus to get the DLC, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much, but you
Are you-
have to do it.
Are you saying you can't buy the DLC outright?
Yep.
You can buy it outright. I'm pretty sure you can.
It literally says these DLC are only available to
I-
ESO Plus.
So do you pay the
members.
$15, then you get the DLC, then you cancel, and you keep the DLC?
Yep.
Okay, that's no big deal because it's like you're buying.
That's what I'm
DLC.
saying. Like,
It's
in the
actually a
grand
thing.
scheme of things, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But
It can be a long podcast worth unless you got somewhere to be.
I'm just saying. I don't
Yeah,
know.
fuck
I got
you, Nate.
one more thing to say about the
No.
Street Fighter thing.
Okay.
You got something, Josh?
Well, I If you have something brief to say, I just kind of want
Yeah.
to discuss how this could potentially affect the FGC.
Well,
So-
all I was going to say is that I actually talked to a guy today, a friend of mine from years ago, who he used to play professional fighting games. He used to compete in tournaments.
Okay.
And he actually has the Xbox Pro controller, and he really likes it. He actually said he likes the circular D-pad for fighting games.
It's so rare to hear that.
That's a
because-
preference thing.
Well,
Because
this
that's also a
it's
fairly
so rare.
new.
It's a new
D-pad.
controller, so maybe ask people who have actually used this new controller before it's a rare.
That's
thing.
why I said I can't fully support it because there hasn't been any comparisons yet to the new Elite controller and the standard PlayStation.
I would
controller.
never ever use a pad for a Japanese fighting game like Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom. It would always be a stick. The only reason I would use a pad would be for Mortal Kombat, where you have to hold a button to block. That would be the only reason.
And you weren't saying you wouldn't use the Elite controller over like a basic controller. You were saying you would use your fight stick over an Elite controller.
Completely.
Well, obviously,
utterly.
those aren't comparable. I'm saying if you have two
Right.
controllers, one basic, one pro, you might go for the pro.
That's what I was saying.
yeah.
Well,
where-
yeah, of course.
Yes. So
That's what
it.
I was
So,
saying
of
earlier
course. Fight
about
sticks are
how-
obviously superior to everything because they're
Yeah.
fight sticks. That's different.
Yeah.
They're
So-
literally designed for the fighting games.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what I meant earlier, where
Yeah.
I said they haven't made like a comparison yet to the
Mm-hmm.
Pro control or the Elite controller for the Xbox and the standard controller for the PlayStation.
There are a lot of pad players out there, but the majority of
The good players aren't.
Oh,
pad
stay.
the
players.
majority
all
of
stick, yeah.
professionals that you're going to run into are using fights.
Oh, I'm sure. And obviously, yeah, the fight sticks are going to be the superior go-to all the time. But I thought it was interesting a guy who had competed liked the D-pad on the Pro controller for Xbox.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Talking about
I want to
the
see
super
the
groove,
circular one, yeah.
right? See, I can understand that one because I could do. I'm a big Shinku guy,
Yeah.
so I'm like down forward.
It covers the
Hadouken.
range of motion.
I
a
do
little,
that,
little
and that's the
easier.
reason why I hate playing stick because I can't do stick correctly. Because every single time I try to do a Hadouken, I accidentally click up a little bit, and my guy fucking jumps 9 times out of 10.
No,
I'm like,
don't
no,
do
I
that.
didn't mean to
It's
jump.
it's a learned thing. And
I
it's
need
required
like I'm
things.
so used to pad.
That's why.
play
That's what I
pad.
said. I agree with Logan on this. Like, I think there needs to be a comparison. Like, there needs to be somebody who is a pad professional who goes through and plays on the Xbox Elite controller and the standard PlayStation controller and compares the two. There isn't yet. There will be eventually, but there. I hope that there is one eventually because I'm in serious contemplation to get a Pro controller, and one of the reasons why I
Do it.
want one is
Do it.
because
Fighting games.
of fighting games.
Yeah.
I play all my fighting games on Xbox just because I
The
own an
D-pad
Xbox.
sucks so much.
It
dick.
does.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's a
dick.
pain in the ass to use, and
Key on a pad.
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass to use. But if I get an Elite, if the Elite controller is worth purchasing for fighting games, I will do it.
Have you played a fighting game yet, Josh, on the Xbox One?
I have not.
Then It's probably not a piece of shit.
I
until you
have
actually-
played a
I-
fighting
I-
game
I
on the
mean,
Xbox
I-
One in
look-
Killer Instinct, and the D-pad
D-pad's
is still.
not-
a pain.
I would be willing
That's
to.
fine.
I would
Just
be.
play
I
it
would.
before you say that stuff.
I would be willing to try
I played it, and I
but-
can say that's a piece
but,
of shit.
But I will
That's
tell.
fine.
I will tell you from my personal experience of playing with an Xbox D-pad on Xbox One that playing fighting games on Xbox is fucking awful.
It's a
Just
pain in
saying,
the ass.
Horrible.
until
But that's why I
making
wanna
sure you
try-
have actually tried it.
Why do you think I have two fight sticks, one for each console? It's because I
Yeah.
could not stand playing on an Xbox D-pad,
Well,
and
that's
there's
fine.
a fucking reason for
I
that.
agree with you. I don't like
Yeah,
the Xbox
it's
D-pad
awful.
either. But if the Elite controller's D-pad, that rounded one that they developed specifically for fighting games, if I'm not mistaken, I mean,
Probably,
there's
I
no
mean-
other reason. for
No, that
D-pad to
rounded
exist.
People are
that
yelling at us
rounded
going,
D-pad
like,
is
use the
bullshit.
analog stick, you assholes. Like, no, use the D-pad. You
That
dummy.
rounded D-pad thing is bullshit. Like, I mean, there's so many missed inputs on that because of like how rounded it is and like how fucking like narrowed.
On
Like,
the new Pro controller?
well, I don't know about the new Pro controller.
You knew where I was going with that, right?
Shut up, Logan.
I'm not,
Have you tried
I'm not
it?
talking about the rounded D-pad from the 360 controller. I'm talking about the new
Yeah, the
That one
rounded.
seems
Well,
legit.
it's like
I
a.
like
I don't know.
It's
I don't
like
know.
a
I don't-
dodecagon.
We'll have to try it sometime.
I don't know. I
controller.
have tried it. I
See how
have
many
tried
times
it.
I can do
I don't
Hadouken
know.
in a roll.
But
We'll have to
but-
invite that dude over and see if he can
but-
show us what's
In
up.
my
down
opinion,
forward, down
from what I
forward,
can tell, that D-pad was designed specifically with fighters in mind.
I don't know. Maybe it was, but
I've seen it on Logan's controller, and I look at it and I go, "That was for fighters."
I
Like
don't-
it has an angle for everything.
I'm gonna go play some
I
Killer
don't know.
Instinct now
You
and
show
see
you
what
can
it is.
do it.
See what's up.
You
I
sure
don't
you
know.
can that? That's the hardest one to do on a D-pad is show you.
You guys will
If
never
you're
be
down,
able to.
forward, middle.
You'll never
Like-
be able to find out because you're not going to be able to play Street Fighter
Well, Z-move.
on your console.
Ah.
Now he's just being an asshole.
I don't like fighter games, so
So
you,
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, you could easily test it with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat X is going to be the newest Mortal Kombat in the pro fighting
I
scene.
guess, but Mortal Kombat doesn't have Shoryukens like Street Fighter does.
Yeah, but it has fatalities.
That
Mortal
Where's your
Kombat.
god now?
down left, down.
where's your god now?
No,
It's okay.
no, shut the fuck
They don't
up.
understand. They don't
Down,
understand.
left, right, R2. Big deal. You
Fa-
can do that on any controller.
Okay.
That's a fatality
Fatalities
for
were
you.
never the big deal. It was the
Yeah.
the combos.
Yeah,
It's,
whatever.
It's combos, bro.
Same thing.
Show you.
I would be. I honestly want to see a comparison. I want to see somebody who is a professional. Like there are several like websites out there that do
Event hubs.
controller
There-
comparisons. I would like to see one with the new Xbox One Elite controller and the PlayStation 4 controller. They
There-
don't exist yet.
There are professional pad players out there, but they are few and far between.
No,
So-
I'm not saying I want to see a professional pad player do it. I want to see somebody who regularly compares controllers do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So I'm saying Event Hubs is
They
like
do
one of the
have
biggest
those.
fighting game community like websites, and they do shit like that all the time.
Yeah, I've
like,
seen.
compared to small stuff.
I mean, there are
Or,
people
like,
out there that were when the Steam controller came out, they were testing to see how it compared to other controllers, and so I just want to see them throw in the Xbox One Elite controller because it hasn't been compared to anything yet.
Yeah.
Well, in short, I think long term, obviously, Microsoft isn't going to be hurting for sales over Street Fighter V.
Definitely not.
They're not going to be hurting over it because Microsoft is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. So who gives? So they're like, well, who gives a shit? But I do think that this could possibly impact the brand years into the future. I feel like that fighting games are obviously growing every year in attendance, and fighting games are growing every year in participants as well. So I feel like that, I mean, while fighting games may never be as big as Dota, I feel like that fighting games may get to a point to where they may eventually be broadcasted somewhere, where they may eventually get their own really hardcore league, and Microsoft is just gonna kind of just miss the train on that.
But they won't. They are included in other games.
So is Nintendo.
Just not
they do
Street
sit
Fighter
Smash
5.
Brothers all the time at Evo.
They're just
But-
not included in Street
But
Fighter 5.
nothing that they could ever even hope to endorse or sponsor will ever compare to Street Fighter.
But there's
Nothing.
Marvel versus
Never
Capcom.
you say that now.
Marvel
there's-
vs. Capcom is done. They're not going to make another Ultimate. They're not going to make another.
But
Marvel
the
vs.
fact of the
Capcom.
matter is, people still play it professionally, and
Very few, but yes, you're right. They do.
and
but
there's several other games that they do in a professional setting, so it's not going to hurt them in the professional setting of professional gaming. It's going to hurt them specifically in terms of Street Fighter.
Killer Instinct still has a huge following right now.
It-
I'm being serious about that.
it
Yeah,
does, but it's not taken seriously as a professional game.
What I
Remote.
all I mean
They
to
still
say,
do tournaments with money and purses.
They
on it, so-
do, but
all I mean to say is that Street Fighter V, yes, they are going to miss out on the Street Fighter V thing, which is the biggest community in fighting games. They're going to miss out on the biggest community.
That's
but
all
they're-
anybody fucking ever here plays.
But
is
they're not
fucking
going to miss
Street
out
Fighter.
on everything else underneath it.
Yeah. Where's Smash Brothers?
Nobody plays Smash.
Get
Brothers.
out.
I play Smash Brothers.
Because of the fact
That's
that
not
Smash
fun.
Brothers hasn't released anything good since Melee,
Because
they're
Drew plays Blood Red
Yeah.
Kirby and hates
I'm just saying,
all
there's
the other
there's
ones.
19 million viewers on Evo on average every year. I'm
Jesus.
saying that there's thousands of people that watch these fighting games every year, and Microsoft isn't going to have any part of it because
no, but they will because they still
They'll
are
be in on it.
included
They will
in
totally
other
be on it. Killer
games.
Instinct will be there. Yeah,
They
yeah.
just
Big-
won't
big
be included
fucking
in Street
deal.
Fighter.
Yeah.
And Street Fighter is only a portion of that. Yes, it's the biggest portion, but it's only a portion.
it's the biggest
It's a
portion.
big piece of pie, but not the whole.
I mean,
It's-
they
it's
still
the large,
do.
It's 60%.
They
of the
still
pie.
do Marvel vs. Capcom. They still do Killer Instinct. They still do Blaze Blue. They still do all these fighter games.
Blaze Blue is held on PlayStation 3, and also Marvel vs. Capcom is held on the Xbox 360 9 times out of 10, but Blaze Blue and like Tekken, any of those other fighting games are going to be held on
Skullgirls.
PlayStation.
And
Skullgirls is going to be held on PlayStation. That is not going to be held on a
And
Microsoft
I don't-
console.
I don't think Halo is an MLG or anything anymore. They have their own Halo Championship Series.
Yeah, Halo's its own thing.
Microsoft is like, let's do Halo. Well, fuck everybody else. You know, they're focusing on first party titles, and so you know, it's good for PlayStation to have. They're gonna have all of that attention. That's really good for them. They're gonna have the sales for that and everything. And Microsoft's philosophy is,
let's just do our own.
Man, I got Halo. You know, it's kind of almost a win-win for everybody in a sense. So everybody's gonna have their thing they're gonna focus on and excel from there. So
I think who's going to suffer the most is actually the professional gaming company.
Well, and tournaments will suffer too, because like now that Microsoft is kind of out of the race in a sense, and when it comes to Street
You're
Fighter,
going to lose some Street Fighter players.
They're going to Killer
they're
Instinct,
not going to endorse as much as what certain other companies would.
It's a good fighting game. It is really fun. I really wish I had an Xbox so I could play Killer Instinct because it's really fun to play.
All I'm saying is that the scene is going to change, and
a little bit,
it may be for the better and it may be for the worse. But what I'm saying is that there's definitely a change on the horizon, and I'm anxious to see how that's going to affect brands long term.
Right.
And nobody knows what it's going to be like for now. I mean, we can only predict, but I feel like that it will change in the long run. So we'll just see what happens.
I suppose this is one generation of one fighting game, so for X amount of years, it'll definitely have an impact. Who knows what will happen for Street Fighter 6, I guess.
That could change your stuff.
So yeah.
But by the way, does Street Fighter? I thought Street Fighter had a beta that was out right now.
No, it was out.
Sure.
It was out like a while ago.
It actually releases this coming Monday at midnight.
If you pre-ordered it, you got access to the beta, and I pre-ordered it, so I had access to the beta.
So there you go.
Real quick, I know that we're trying to close out the podcast here, but if you have pre-ordered the new Hitman, the beta is available, but it's only exclusive to you if you pre-ordered it. So if
sounds
you,
about right.
It's a closed beta. So if you have pre-ordered Hitman, the beta is available to you, and you can play the entire beginning of the game for free.
And Homefront beta.
That would make me so
and
mad.
Homefront beta. Oh my god.
Speaking of betas,
that comes out tonight. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm excited for Homefront.
Comes out 30 minutes ago.
Comes out 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Actually, no. It came out. Well, yeah. You're right.
So
no. Yeah.
I'm so excited to play the new Hitman, but I'm not excited enough to pre-order a game. So
yeah, but
it'll be interesting to see how that Hitman plays out.
I'm glad that me and you agree on the pre-ordering thing.
I do, man. I'm totally with you on the pre-order.
Yeah, but that
I pre-order everything.
That's probably a good note to end on. For
you guys, well, you're part of the problem. So.
I am pre-ordering the mission. That's it. But
yeah,
anyway,
fuck you.
Whatever.
For doing that,
whatever.
But.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good note for us to end on this week. Don't forget, guys. We still. This is the final week for you guys to have a chance to enter for the Brotherhood Steel Fall 4 flag.
Woo! I thought we were drawing for that today. Are we not drawing for that?
We're
today?
like 2 hours.
We are going to. I'm going to release that on the page.
On the page, yeah. So check our Facebook page and make sure just check our Facebook page, and you still have time to enter. Go on our Instagram, like our Facebook page, like the post that has the Fallout 4 flag on it. That gives you a chance to enter. Then subscribe to our page, share our page, do whatever you can.
Check out the NebraskaCon interview.
Check out the NebraskaCon interview.
If you like and share the NebraskaCon interview content video that I released, you will gain 1 entry, but you have to like and share. You can't do one or the other. Your entry won't count. We don't care. We don't care.
Wow.
As far as that goes. Wow. You have to like and share it it's a bonus entry, and that's why I'm saying we don't care, is because it's a bonus entry.
Yeah,
you have to like and share it in order to gain it.
But if like for conventional entry, just go to our Facebook page or our Instagram and find the post that has a pretty picture of Drew holding up the flag. And make fun of his moccasins.
Make fun of his moccasins,
yeah,
sure.
They're just slippers that I wear.
Why all the hate for moccasins, man?
No, and then
they're warm. They keep my toes.
So share that picture, and comment one of your favorite moments from the game and reasons why that you would like to have that flag. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'll get you 4 entries into the game or into the contest. So
plus an extra one.
Plus
the
an extra
NebraskaCon interview.
Yeah.
Plus an extra one.
So time's running out, but you still have some time to get it. So just do what you can, get your interest in while you can.
And by the way, we really want to say that we appreciate everyone that's commented on the page, that's liked the page, that's gone and watched our podcast, that's watched our videos. Like, I mean, to us, like that means everything that you guys are doing that stuff. And we're going to be pumping out more video content soon. We're eventually going to have our podcast available like on iTunes eventually. Like, I mean, we're planning on expanding, so we're glad that you guys are there with us and supporting us every step of the way. It really means a lot to us.
You guys are all founders in our eyes.
Yeah. You guys are part of the Friendly Fire community.
That's us. We did it.
We love you. We listen to you. We pay attention to you. Like all of your comments, suggestions, anything that you would like for us to talk about or listen to, we're there for you. So.
If you like the content that we put out, tell your friends, share the page. Get your friends to listen to us too. The more people we have, the more people we can entertain.
Give us ideas.
Exactly.
The more likes we have, the more shit we give away. It's part of it. So I mean, if you like what we have to offer,
we have a giveaway schedule set up for likes in general. So that doesn't include just months that we have set up. That's also likes. So
our next giveaway is going to be at 300 likes. Is that right? Yeah,
300 likes.
300 likes.
Star Wars themed, right?
Yep.
Star Wars
themed giveaway.
Star Wars themed giveaway.
Do you guys like free shit? Because I like free shit.
I love free shit.
I like money,
So,
but we're not giving out money.
No.
These won't be worth $20 though.
What?
No,
this flag is probably actually
that joke
worth
must have died, I guess.
This flag is worth a lot more because it's
cut
only
that out.
exclusive to Lootcrate, so
Yeah,
it's definitely worth more than $20.
Yeah.
So,
But all right, guys. I think that's
Who's
a
our
wrap.
outie?
Huh?
Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap for what is this?
Episode 15.
Episode 15 of Friendly Fire Podcast. We're gonna be back next week with more podcast videos.
more
what's your name?
podcasts.
I'm not a Mountain Dew.
Logan's out of Mountain Dew. The world is over. Anyway, this is
So.
Nate.
Drew.
Disco.
We're signing off at the end.
Yeah, we're signing off.
I guess.
Oh, are we doing that?
Yeah.
So,
we are
we
now.
got-
Say
I didn't know we were doing
We
that.
got to start over now.
What's your
Okay.
name?
Say your name,
I already
Overlord.
said my name at the beginning. I'm Logan.
My name is Patrick, and no matter what Disco says, games are meant for nostalgia, and I love them just because I love to play them, no matter how many
Resident Evil
microtransactions
6.
I have to fucking pay for.
Resident Evil 6 and Halo
That's all I
Reach
wanna
are the
say.
best games ever. Best games of their console generation. No, I'm just
totally
kidding.
discredited yourself.
You guys ready to go play
No,
Destiny?
no, I'm just
Podcast
kidding.
is around.
No, I'm
I'm
just
ready.
kidding.
I'm ready to go play.
I was
I'm ready to
legit
go play
about
Homefront
it.
beta.
Oh, I need to sell that.
My favorite gargoyle is Goliath.
I know what that means.
Inside joke. All right.
And Josh didn't say his name, but he's
My
also
name
here.
is Josh.
All right.
And Sean was here earlier.
Sean
Sean is here with us in
I told him
spirit.
bye.
All right.
See you
Later,
next
guys.
week.
See ya.
Later.